fired up. The Cleveland Browns are reaching into their recent past. Joe Hayden, the 33-year-old cornerback who spent the first 7 years of his career in the land, is the honorary captain in the Dog Pound tonight. And I spoke with Hayden earlier this past week about the current team and what he knew of Cleveland when he was selected by the Browns in the first round of the 2010 draft.
Never been to Cleveland. I was a Cavaliers fan because of LeBron, obviously,
yes.
big fan. So I knew about the Cavaliers and stuff like that, but I wasn't too hip to Cleveland at all.
So you're from Maryland,
yes.
You went to Florida,
yes.
Then you wound up in Ohio, and that's kind of going to be like a forever football home for you.
That's forever. That's my spot. I love the city.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going there, and then what's the night going to look like?
The night's going to be sick. I'm going to be the Dog Pound captain. So
the Dog Pound captain,
yes.
and this is the end of, I guess, Hayden Palooza, right?
Yeah.
Because you announced your retirement at the beginning of the season, right?
Yeah.
What do you think the Browns need to do? What do you think, other than get Deshaun
Watson?
Yeah,
I mean, that'll help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not to say Brissett isn't doing a good job. They're running the ball very well. I mean, Chubb is probably one of the best running backs in the NFL,
yes,
for sure. Their line is amazing. I just think they have a lot of players on defense too. I think they just gotta, stand up a little more. I think the offense is doing a good job of running the ball, getting points. I think just defense just got to tighten up just a little bit.
Okay. Do you think they should trade Hunt if they lose? What do you think about that, Joe? Because that's the talk.
Yeah.
This game is huge.
Yeah.
For a team that's sitting at 2-5, they need to. That was the whole thing. It's like just stay afloat, tread enough water.
Yeah.
While Watson is on the shelf, suspended. That. If you can go 5-6, 6-5 would be just gravy.
Yeah.
Now you got to sit here and say 4-7 is the goal. Sitting here at 2-5, just maybe if you can go 500, maybe 5-6 would be helpful. And if you don't, then you have to sit here and maybe answer the call for any teams that need running back help, maybe wide receiver help, and just get enough draft choices that you've clearly traded away back. That's what's on the line for me. What do you think about that subject matter?
I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, when you have such a great running back, and you can get valuable picks back for Kareem, like that. Not to knock him, Kareem's another starting running back in the NFL. So when you start looking at your team and trying to get pieces and what you're really missing, when you have two starting caliber running backs, I mean, I don't see what I'm not against you with that. When you can get another starting safety or something that you really need.
Well, this is, I mean, that's why this game is quite big. What's your opinion of the defense that has just been lit up locally in Cleveland, Joe?
Man,
I don't want to get you in trouble.
I know,
you're the Dog Pound captain, but I mean, this is what's going on.
It is what it is. I mean, and they have a lot of injuries too. Like my boy Denzel Ward, he's an amazing corner. I love him to death. I think he's going to be he's going to strap in this league for a long time. It's health, and then you just got to be able to make plays. You got to get people off the field on third down. You got to make them kick field goals instead of scoring. And win first down. I think that Miles obviously is one of the best players in the league for sure. I mean, I was there right before he got there, right before I left, and just amazing talent. But you just gotta be able to stop deep balls and win on first down. Joe,
you're one of my favorites, man. Congratulations on the whole 2-month retirement announcement, and then traveling around, and then your next chapter will no doubt be in the media, and I can't wait to be part of that with you as well, Joe. That was Joe Hayden, formerly of the Cleveland Browns. Up next, we're fair and balanced with another Joe, this one from Cincinnati. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow tells me what he learned from last year's Super Bowl run. That's next. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issue is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
For all your printing needs this holiday, Staples has you covered.
I need custom printed holiday cards for my one-of-a-kind business.
Staples has you covered.
It's beginning to look a lot like I need custom party invites. Fast.
I need cards for everyone who gave me a hand this year without spending an arm and a leg.
Staples has you covered with personalized holiday cards and invites. And now save 40% on custom holiday cards and invitations. For everything you need printed, go to Staples, the working and learning store. In-store and online, ends 12/17. Exclusions and restrictions apply.
SimpliSafe was named the best home security of 2022 by U.S. News & World Report. But we don't do what we do for the accolades. We do it to protect you and everything you love. Our advanced sensors and HD cameras are powered by 24/7 professional monitoring for faster police response. Visit simplysafe.com/holiday to get 40% off any new system today. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Welcome back to Monday Night Football on Westwood One. I'm Rich Eisen, working our way towards kickoff between the Bengals and the Browns. Time now to hear from Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow, who joined us as a guest on the Mercedes-Benz Vans hotline. Yes, I know he plays for Cincinnati. Want to do your own thing, be your own boss, or follow your own dreams? Unlock your potential by opening the capable and versatile Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. Burrow and the Bengals offense have been on a roll lately, winning 4 of their last 5, but we found out this week Burrow will be without his favorite target, Jamar Chase, for the time being. And I spoke with Joe before that news broke and asked him what's been different since their 0-2 start.
We've just been executing better. We've got out to some good starts the last 3 or 4 games that have, kind of limited the defense's ability to kind of play prevent defense and keep everything in front, and we've made them be more aggressive, so we've had some more opportunities down the field, and, the run game's got going a little bit. Everybody's playing well right now.
And I know the line was a subject of conversation, certainly in the NFL media, after your remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, and then the free agency period in which, if I'm not mistaken, you definitely welcomed your guys your new teammates when they came in. Is the gelling of that unit? How has that been going from your perspective, Joe?
Yeah, those guys are just getting better and better each week. Every week it's been a slight improvement. They've been playing lights out for the last 3 or 4 weeks, giving me enough time in the pocket to find our guys down the field. We've been getting the ball out quickly. Our quick game has been really good to us. And then our downhill run game is really coming along. So we're excited about where we're at up front.
And then in terms of your summer where your appendix, did it burst? Did your appendix burst? Did that happen?
It did, yeah.
Okay. And so I know you're not an excuse guy, but how did that affect your preparation for the season and maybe the first couple of weeks for you this year?
Yeah, it definitely had an impact. I don't know how much of an impact it had. It's tough to say looking back. I'm definitely feeling a lot bigger, stronger, faster now than I was after that surgery. It took a lot out of me. I wasn't able to get a ton of time during camp, which is the time where I really hone my skills and look to get better. So that time missed, you can never get back. But now we're feeling great and rolling. What
are you better at now that you knew you needed to work on coming into the league a couple of years ago, Joe Burrow? What do you think?
I've just played in the system for 3 years and have seen more defenses and understand what looks might lead a certain play to maybe not be successful, and I'm able to get to a play that might be successful against that look. And so you see across the league quarterbacks having new offenses over and over and over again. That's a tough way to be successful. We've made slight adjustments to what we do over the years, but the core stuff is the core stuff, and I think that's a recipe for success.
And now, what meaning does this game have for you, Joe, being in Ohio, you being an Athens, Ohio guy, doing it for Cincinnati, going to Cleveland in front of the whole country, Monday Night Football? the Battle of Ohio. Any special meaning for you in this one?
Well, I haven't beat the Browns since I've been in the league, so that's an exciting challenge. We're excited to go out there and do it. They're really good on defense. They have corners that one of the best corner duos in the league. Obviously, they got Myles Garrett and Clowney, who are always disruptive, so you can't let those guys beat you. So we're going to have to be on our P's and Q's. It's going to be a tough-fought battle. We're excited about the challenge.
Okay, so you have noticed you have not beaten the Browns. You've just made note of that, T-Man. So you have noticed that. Okay, so it would have some sort of meaning for you to beat this team, and is that born out of just where you were born and your upbringing and things of that nature? Joe? Yeah,
you could say that. Also, I played with a lot of players on that team. Denzel was in my class at Ohio State, our recruiting class of 2015. Jacob Phillips, who just got unfortunately hurt and is not playing, played with him at LSU. Grant Delpit played with him at LSU. Tommy Togiai played with him at Ohio State. So I played with a lot of those guys, and we know each other. So that's always some added motivation.
How do you think you going to the Super Bowl last year, having that experience, knocking out the Chiefs, winning an AFC Championship game on their road, taking the hits that you took, going to the Super Bowl, having an opportunity on your last drive to win it, how do you think that helps in your estimation moving forward? Obviously, you wanted to win. I get it.
Yeah.
But you having that experience at such an early stage of your career and age, how do you think that informs and maybe helps your world?
I think it just, specifically this year, I think it just helped us and will continue to help us with the ups and downs of the season. Understanding that the season is really a marathon. We started out strong last year. At one point, I think we were 7-6 last season, and we ended up in the Super Bowl. And so, when we were 0-2 this year, nobody panicked. We knew that this season fluctuates, and there's a lot of ups and there's a lot of downs, and it's going to even out in the long run, and we're going to get this thing going. So, specifically this year, I would say that, and we just know what it takes to get there now. We know what a playoff environment on the road is going to feel like, and really in December on, all those games are playoff games. You got to win all of those to be in the dance, and so we know what that takes.
Appreciate it, Joe. We'll chat again soon. Good luck to you down the line. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks.
And in the short term, in just one night, they can join the Ravens atop the AFC North, and obviously winning the division gives you a better shot to getting back to the championship game in your conference and then ultimately for the league. Big game tonight for the Cincinnati Bengals and obviously the homestanding 2-5 Cleveland Browns. Just ahead, some quick thoughts on Week 8 in the NFL, and then we get you to kickoff. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hi, I'm Tyler Reiser.
And I'm Tyler Moore.
We are service technicians at Kalen's Indoor Comfort. Let's clear the air. HVAC is our passion, and Tyler and I believe we are the highest trained technicians in Vermilion. We can service your heating and cooling systems for every season and in between.
We recommend routine preventative maintenance to extend the life of your system and prevent costly breakdowns.
Or, if you are experiencing a problem, we can help.
So give us a call at 605-624-5618.
When you want comfort, you want Kalen's.
Yankton Motorsports is home to Can-Am, Kawasaki, Arctic Cat, and Sea-Doo. You'll find Yankton Motorsports at 4306 West 8th Street on the way to the lake in Yankton. From sales to service, it's all under one roof. When you need repairs for your ride, call Yankton Motorsports. Set up an appointment. Doesn't matter what ride you're riding, you can take it to Yankton Motorsports and they'll get it done. Tires to tie rods, shocks to struts. It's Yankton Motorsports on the way to the lake, Yankton.
No matter your job, no matter your routine, think about how important your feet are to your quality of life. Foot disorders or foot pain affects absolutely everything you do. Your feet contain 26 bones, 33 joints, and a network of more than 100 tendons, muscles, and ligaments. And to give them the attention they deserve, you should go to the experts. Avera Medical Group Podiatry Yankton has the experience and technology to diagnose and provide the care needed to keep you on your feet. Call Avera Medical Group Podiatry Yankton at 877-256-8973 to learn more. Live better. Live balanced. Avera.
Hi, this is Chris Redrick.
And Jeff Sage.
We are Kalen's Indoor Comfort Service Technician.
And lifelong residents of the Yankton area.
If you are experiencing a problem with your furnace,
or just need a preventive maintenance, we're here for you 24/7.
remember, most breakdowns can be prevented with regular maintenance.
So join the club.
The Comfort Club. Get peace of mind, increase your comfort, and save 15%. So give us a call at 665-4348.
When you want comfort, you want Kalen's.
Welcome back to Monday Night Football on Westwood One. I'm Rich Eisen. We are moments away from kickoff to the Week 8 finale between the Bengals and the Browns. And one thing to keep in mind about tonight's game is the trade deadline in the NFL is tomorrow. And I bring that up to say the Browns at 2-5, if they lose this game tonight, could this be the last game as a Cleveland Brown for Kareem Hunt, who asked for a trade in training camp and was not granted at the time, and could be granted if the Browns fall to 2-6, even if they fall and improve, even if they win and improve to 3-5 tonight? Is this Kareem Hunt's final game? Certainly, because the Ravens went ahead and made a big deal earlier today. Roquan Smith is now a member of the Baltimore Ravens, him right next to Patrick Queen to stiffen up that front seven. That is something to keep in mind as the Ravens sit atop this division at 5-3. The Bengals' only loss in their last 5 games was to the Ravens, and the Browns are coming off a loss to, yes, the Ravens. So it's a big game tonight. This has been the Monday Night Football pregame show on Westwood One.
Southern Recipe Pork Rinds.
Sponsored by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. 0 carbs, high protein. Find your rind in the snack aisle or at southernrecipe.com. I'll be back at halftime when Westwood One analyst Ross Tucker joins me on all these subject matters, from obviously tonight's game to Roquan Smith now being a Baltimore Raven. But when we come back, we send you to Cleveland and rejoin Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner on the call. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Southern Recipe Pork Rinds.
Celebrate Pork Rind Appreciation Day this football season with the bacony crunch of Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. Get a low-carb, protein-packed pork rind snack that's as tasty out of the bag as it is in your favorite keto-friendly recipe. Find your rind at southernrecipe.com.
Southern Recipe Pork Rinds.
Available in the snack aisle at your local Tractor Supply Company today.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. You're going to bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
Hey everybody, Kurt Warner here. Ever since retiring from the NFL, I've wanted to use my knowledge and expertise to impact the future of our game. So I created QBConfidential.com to build better players, smarter coaches, and more informed fans. If you want to increase your football IQ, learn quarterback technique, build a playbook, go inside the film room, or develop the mindset of a champion, QBConfidential.com is perfect for you. That's QBConfidential.com. Join the team today.
Dancing crew, trip for 2, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. Boosters designed for COVID-19 variants are now available. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster appointment as soon as you're eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Monday Night Football.
ESPN 1015 AM 1570 KDTK Vermilion Yankton, a proud service of 5 Star Communications.
Monday Night Football is on Westwood One.
He thinks, he turns, he dives. It is a touchdown. It is a touchdown.
Tonight, it's the Cincinnati Bengals.
Burrow from the gun, timing route, looking down that left sideline, and it is T. Higgins with the catch. Down the sideline and into the end zone. Touchdown. 58 yards.
And the Cleveland Browns
Brissett takes the snap, gives it to Chubb, takes it left, takes it outside, got the corner. 10, 5, cut back, touchdown! He's got a hat trick! Take off your hat and throw it out there for Nick Chubb!
Kickoff is less than 15 minutes away. Let's head to the stadium and join Hall of Famer Kurt Warner and the voice of Monday Night Football, Kevin Harlan.
Coast to coast and around the world, welcome everyone to Cleveland, Ohio for an AFC North battle between the Browns and the defending AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals have won 4 of 5 and with the win stayed tied for first with Baltimore. The Browns are trying to save their season, having lost 4 in a row, and their quarterback in waiting, Deshaun Watson, 4 games away. Thank you for joining us, and good evening. I'm Kevin Harlan with Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner. And the NFL Network's Rich Eisen will join us from our Westwood One studios at halftime. Well, Kurt, it's close to midseason. November 1st is tomorrow, and it looks like the Bengals are playing right now their very best football so far.
They are playing their best football after an 0-2 starts. A little bit rocky for Joe Burrow coming off the appendectomy and no time in preseason, but he seems to have hit his stride. Now, we know that it's easy to hit your stride when you've got a guy like Jamar Chase on one side who's not going to be playing for the next couple weeks, it appears. So that will be a transition for them offensively, because this is a team that is 0-3 when they score under 20 points. When they put points on the board and this offense is high-flying, that's when they win football games. So let's see if they can continue that high-flying, high-scoring offense without their number one guy.
Just a couple numbers on Burrow. The past 2 weeks, he's thrown for 732 yards.
That's good, right?
6 touchdowns. Those are Kurt Warner numbers. 6 touchdowns and no interceptions. He's locked in, feeling great, as you said. I think we all kind of underplayed the appendectomy, but it was a ruptured appendix, and that was serious. It was infected, and it took him a lot longer to get back. But now that he is back, wow, he looks great.
Well, he told me he was all the way down to 195 pounds.
Wow.
Which he hadn't been since high school. And so I don't think people at home understand what kind of toll that can take on your body, especially in a physical game like this. And so he's working his way back up to what he wants to be playing weight, but he says he feels comfortable. He feels good. He's able to do some things with his legs. He's got 130 yards rushing this year, which was something coming into the season he wanted to do more of, getting back to where he was before the knee injury a couple years ago. So playing very comfortable right now. I think they had to iron some things out with some new pieces up front, but they're playing some really good football offensively.
All right, the Cleveland Browns began this season 2-1, but they have lost 4 consecutive games. You've seen the tape. What is it telling you about it?
Well, the biggest thing is that they can't finish. 4 of those 5 games have been decided by 3 points or less. They've had some missed field goals. They've had some miscues late in games, but that's been the whole thing, is you've got to have guys step up in the moment in the National Football League, because that's the difference. So much parity this year, and Cleveland has been in just about every football game. They just got to have some guys step up and make those difference-making plays in the moment to get some wins instead of going the other direction.
You mentioned Nick Chubb. He is the number 1 rusher in the NFL for the Browns.
He's one of my favorite players to watch. I mean, he's number 3 in the league in rush yards, but he's got almost 40 less attempts than Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry. So it's a guy that I think they need to hand the ball to even more, because he is that dynamic. And so it's got to start and end with Nick Chubb and allow everything else to be secondary.
When you think about this division, you think of Baltimore, and here's Cincinnati pulling up in a position right now where they can get back up and die. But this can be a very competitive division. We don't know about Pittsburgh. They're in the midst of changing quarterbacks and changing a lot of things about that team. But this division now, as we go to the second half of the season, and we're just about there, is going to be fun to watch.
Well, we've seen everybody in the division stumble at one point or another, and that's what makes it fun right about midseason, is that a lot of these divisions are still up in the air. I have to believe that Cincinnati and Baltimore are kind of those 2 teams that will separate themselves. But this Browns team is a very talented football team. If they can just find a way to get a couple of these games to go in their direction, they could compete as well.
Tonight's weather report from Cleveland is sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. It's 61 degrees. There's a slight breeze. No precipitation. Heavy overcast on this Halloween. And stay with us. We are working our way toward kickoffs in the Battle of Ohio. with the Bengals and the Browns. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
The strength of America, our values, our way of life hasn't just been won on the battlefield. It's won every day in our communities when we come together, extending hands of compassion, service, and hope to those who need it most. For over 100 years, the American Legion has been strengthening communities across our nation by providing life-saving help and support to our veterans and neighbors during times like we're facing today. It's what the Legion's all about. From blood drives to distributing food, from responding to emergencies and protecting the most vulnerable among us. Our mission is making America's communities stronger.
We are one family, and therefore, we care.
We are the American Legion, veterans strengthening America. To learn how you can help, visit legion.org.
Hello, I'm Jose Hernandez, and I have been using a wheelchair since my accident in 1995.
My name is Andrea Delzell, and I've been using a wheelchair since I was 5 years old.
I guess if I had one message for the general public, it would be that I appreciate your help. But please, ask first.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that I've actually got everything under control.
I think people get nervous. They don't know how to act, so they pretend I'm not there.
What probably bothers me the most is when waiters talk to my companion and not directly to me.
I think everyone with a disability can relate to that parking spot problem.
We know you're just parking in a disabled spot for a second, but please, don't. We're just looking for the same respect and consideration as everyone else.
United Spinal Association is dedicated to enhancing the quality of life of people living with spinal cord injuries and disorders. Download our disability etiquette booklet at unitedspinal.org.
Welcome back to Cleveland. The Browns are being introduced. The lights are out, and it's Halloween in Ohio, and it's time for Kurt Warner to advise us what each team needs to do tonight in order to win, sponsored by Fidelity Wealth Management. With Fidelity Wealth Management, your decorated and dedicated advisor can help you call an audible when your needs change. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. 4-3 record for the Bengals, 2-5 record for the Browns. Set this one up.
Well, I've been talking a lot about Nick Chubb. If I'm Kevin Stefanski, I'm going into this game and saying I'm going to feed the beast. It's going to be about giving it to number 24 over and over and over again. He gets better as the game goes along. And if I'm on the other side of the Bengals, I'm saying that's who I want to stop. I want to stop Nick Chubb, and I want to force it into the hands of Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett has been a good quarterback. I'm not sure he's that every down starter that can throw the ball 35, 40 times and beat you. So we've got to force that into his hands, and if Jacoby's got to throw the football, he's got to protect the football. In some of these games that they've lost late, he's turned the football over. He's got to be better in that area. On the other side for Joe Burrow, we've talked about it. No Jamar Chase. Who steps up for Jamar Chase? They've got some guys in Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins that can be big-time receivers for him. How does that adjustment happen tonight? And then they've got to get pressure on Joe Burrow. We saw it in the early losses that they had. It was about getting pressure and getting after Joe Burrow every single snap. Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney have to be in the backfield and have to be dominating the line of scrimmage if they're going to have a chance tonight.
Can you believe Joe Burrow has never beaten Cleveland? He's 0-3 against the Browns.
That is hard to believe. It is hard to believe as good as they've played, and especially representing the AFC last year. But I know he wants to get one. Maybe tonight's the night.
All right, thank you very much, Kurt. That sets up this one with the Browns having won 4 consecutive games over the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals beat Atlanta last week. They've won 2 straight and 4-5 after their 0-2 start. The Browns lost 4 straight. They lost at Baltimore last week. They began the season with a record of 2-1. At home, the Browns are 1-3. On the road, the Bengals are 2-2. You've covered both teams. We're ready for our kickoff. Coming up next as you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
When you open up a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van, you're opening up more than just doors. You're unlocking potential. The potential to do your own thing, be your own boss, and steer your own success. Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van owners live, work, and play out their dreams, no matter how far off the beaten path it takes them. because they know there's nothing like taking your own route and reawakening that spirit of adventure that lies within all of us. With 16 body types, your choice of a gas or diesel engine, and thousands of ways to customize, a Sprinter van is capable and versatile enough to help drive your ambitions, wherever you want to take them. So go ahead. Now's the time. Unlock your potential inside a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter.
This is Staples.
So, rumor has it that Staples has everything I need to ship.
That's not a rumor. We have all the shipping supplies and services you need.
Boxes?
Yep.
Mailers?
Yep.
And I can actually ship there, right?
We have UPS right here in store.
Huh. What will Staples think of next?
Right?
No, seriously, I'm asking, what will they think of next?
Staples has all your shipping supplies and UPS service in store. And right now, get 25% off UPS Express shipping services. Staples, the best kept secret in shipping. Ends 12/31. Valid only in Staples U.S. store.
It's pro time because at Lowe's, it's Provember. Save big with inventory you can count on, like Flex products or DeWalt power tools starting at just $99. Plus, Lowe's MVPs members earn up to 3 times bonus points per dollar on select items. Save all Provember long. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. MVP's Pro Rewards Program. Terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty Terms. Subject to change. Prices valid from 10/17/22 to 2/3/23 or until supplies last.
Today on Hey Culligan, unnecessary contaminants. Here's the referee.
Hey Culligan, that's a flag on my water for flagrant foul taste.
Ooh, that's a tough one, ref, but the solution is a Culligan Smart RO drinking water system that reduces up to 58 contaminants, making your water safer and delicious.
Yeah, I guess I missed that call.
And with the Culligan Connect app, you always know when your filters need changing.
The water's up, and it's good.
Good call, ref, and we're already on the way. Kick things off with a free in-home water test from a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
You, the one listening to this ad, what do you think you're doing? Cooking when you know you don't want to? Thinking about canceling taco night? Settling for leftovers again? Not on my watch. Just go for Grubhub. It is the easiest and the best decision you'll make all day. Plus, no dishes. It's what you deserve. Just go for it. Download the Grubhub app today.
Welcome back to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by NetSuite by Oracle.
1st and 10 from the 31. Holcomb from the shotgun. Looking, throwing right side. It is picked off! Going back to the house is Delta O'Neal. Touchdown! Man! He broke on the route. Delta O'Neal picked it off, and the Bengals have stretched their lead and put 57 points on the board.
That's the voice of the Bengals from yesteryear, Brad Johansson and Dave Lapham, courtesy of the Bengals radio network. In an ironic twist of fate, it was a defensive player who made the game-sealing play in the second highest scoring game in NFL history. Delta O'Neal's pick six in the final 2 minutes of that 2004 game allowed Cincinnati to outlast Cleveland by a score of 58-48. The only NFL game that featured more than 106 points scored that night was a 72-41 Washington win over the New York Giants in 1966. Those two teams combined for 113 points. That's tonight's memorable moment in football history, sponsored by NetSuite by Oracle. Over 31,000 businesses have the confidence they need because of NetSuite. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown for a one-of-a-kind flexible financing offer. That's netsuite.com/touchdown. The Cleveland Browns have won the flip of the coin, and they have deferred. So Cincinnati will get the ball first and return the game opening kickoff. It's time for the opening kickoff, sponsored by Grubhub. Go for Grubhub. Go for game night deliciousness. Download the Grubhub app today. Well, here we are, Halloween, October 31st, and weather is not a factor.
Oh, my gosh, it's beautiful. I'm amazed. I was thinking about bringing my puffy coat, looked on my app, and see that it's going to be 65 degrees today in Cleveland. Beautiful night for a great division game between these two AFC North squads. So
The Browns will be kicking off on the natural grass here on this 61-degree night from left to right. Chris Evans is back. He's under the ball, looks into the lights, takes it 2 yards deep out of the end zone, runs on the hash to the 10. Hit as he was approaching the 15-yard line and grabbed there by DeAnthony Bell, who is a reserve defensive back and a rookie free agent on the 16-yard return. So this takes us to the Cincinnati offense. Kurt, right now, number 11 overall and 8th in scoring.
Well, it hasn't been that way the last couple of weeks, though. Started off slow, and that's why they're number 11. But Joe Burrow has been as hot as any quarterback in the NFL over the last 2 weeks.
So Burrow will line up. He's got Mixon off his left hip. He's got 3 wide. From his own 14, he's got a 1st and 10 with a shotgun snap and a little pass out of the backfield. It's caught on the near side by Mixon. Goes to the sideline and is run out of bounds, crossing the 20, gets out to about the 22. Flag thrown on the play and deep downfield on the gain of 8 right there on that first down throw.
There wasn't even anybody going down the field.
I know it.
12 men on defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Bill Vinovich. The reason why it was thrown so deep is the guy that was in back of the safeties was one back there counting the players. And
how do you got 12 guys on the field for the first play?
I don't know.
Like, standing on the sideline and they send a group in. How do you got an extra guy there? Although on that first play, this is what Joe Burrow is so good at. Dropping back, getting the ball out of his hands quickly, slow down the pass rush. That's going to be key all night long.
Yet he has been sacked as much as any quarterback in the NFL. So now the ball goes to the 19-yard line of Cincinnati. 1st and 5, receiver in motion, shotgun formation, snap, spin, and it's a handoff, and it goes to Mixon over the left tackle. He's out to the 24. He picks up 4 on the play for the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, it's hard to believe that with that quick release, Burrow has been sacked 24 times.
Well, again, a lot of new pieces up front, additions from the offseason, and they struggled a little bit early on. Had a couple games the beginning part of the year where he was sacked 6-7 times. It slowed down a little bit as of late, and part of that is being able to get back and get the ball out of his hands.
Bengal 24 in the gun since he's 2nd down and 1. There's the snap. The handoff goes to Mixon, backpedaling his way over the center. And he gets out to the 25 on a gain of 2 between the hash marks, and they get a first down.
And we're going to talk about this Bengals team and how they don't have Jamar Chase, but the comfort is definitely not there for Joe Burrow. Starting with Joe Mixon in the backfield, T. Higgins on the outside, Tyler Boyd, both guys that were close to 1,000 yards last year. Hayden Hurst has been a great addition for them at tight end as well.
Mixon back there, 1st and 10. Burrow in the gun, his own 25, opening drive of the game. Moving in their white jerseys and black pants from right to left. Shotgun snap. Sets up. Good time. Throws a lateral pass up to the backfield. Mixon 20-25 far sideline. And up to about the 28-29-yard line. As he's knocked into the Cleveland bench across the way and picks up 5 and put him at the Bengal 30.
And I always feel like you can exploit this Browns defense, who's kind of simplistic on the back end, by spreading them out and attacking them. The only problem with that is it leaves Myles Garrett, Davion Clowney one-on-one on the inside. So you got to pick your moments, but a big part of that when you spread them out is flip the ball out, as we've seen a couple times already from Joe Burrow to Joe Mixon.
P. Ryan is the new back. Cincy 30, 2nd and 5, shotgun snap. They rush 4, pocket crumbling, line drive, spiral near side high and uncatchable for Tyler Boyd on the near sideline. As he was running into his own bench here below us at the 35-yard line of the Bengals. It's an incomplete pass for Burrow, and it's 3rd and 5.
Well, and the first sighting of Myles Garrett coming off the right-hand side. Almost got to Joe Burrow right there as he was letting that go. Felt the pressure. Just had to sail that one out of bounds.
Myles Garrett has 6 sacks. He's number 5 in the NFL.
Well, we know that he could be a game changer. They just need him to show up more often in those critical moments.
Chris Evans is the back. Now they send him wide. 1 of 5. 3rd and 5. Bengal 30. Shotgun Burrow. There's the snap. Drops back 3. Sets and throws a pass. Spiral far sideline. Caught by Evans down the sideline with a twisting catch. He's into Browns territory, and he's down to the 44-yard line. A pinpoint throw in front of the Browns bench across the way. The Cleveland 44, and through the air, Burrow good for 26.
You don't see that very often when quarterbacks are throwing go routes to their running backs. But one on the outside, nice back shoulder adjustment by Evans for the big play.
Browns defense has struggled. They've allowed the fourth most points per game in the NFL. Mixon is back in. Burrow in the gun. It is 1st and 10. Cleveland 44. Lining up on the logo. 4-man rush. There's the snap. Fake handoff. And a line drive pass down the near sideline. High and incomplete. At about the 10-yard line and going for T. Higgins. And there is no flag on the field. Good coverage on the play. And it was shown there by Greedy Williams. 2nd down and 10 for the Bengals. No score first quarter.
Yeah, there's a little grabbing and pulling on the left arm by Greedy Williams. And T. Higgins is going, come on, man. I can't get my arm up to catch the ball. Give me a call. Probably should have been a flag on that one, but letting them play here early. 2-time Pro Bowler Denzel Ward is out for a 3rd consecutive game with the concussion. 2nd down 10. Game opening drive. Cleveland 44. Cincinnati in the shotgun formation. There it goes. Felt high. Burrow drops back. Steps. Line drive throw, and it's caught. 40-yard line by Mitchell Wilcox, the tight end for 3. Got it with his gloved hands in front of his helmet. Immediately hit 41 of Cleveland. It'll be now 3rd down and 7 on the game-opening drive for the Bengals. One thing I've noticed early in this first drive is they're putting a tight end over to Myles Garrett's side. Now, they can move him around, but oftentimes he's on the offense's right side. They're putting a tight end over there just to give a little bit of presence to help out their offensive tackle.
6 in the secondary for Cleveland. 3rd down 7 for Cincinnati. 41 of the Browns. Empty backfield. Burrow in the gun. Now P. Ryan will join him back there off his left hip. And here's the shotgun snap. They rush 5. Line drive throw. It's caught by Boyd at the 30-yard line. He caught the ball with his hands in front of that orange helmet and spins past the 30 and down to the 28-yard line of Cleveland. A pickup of 13 and a 1st down through the air, and the Bengals continue their drive.
Spread him out, hit him quick. Tyler Boyd, that's where he's so good. He's a slot receiver. Run him on a choice route. You got a linebacker inside, cornerback outside. He just hooks in the soft spot in between. Good rapport by Joe Burrow to get that ball out on time. Pick up 13.
Cleveland 27. Opening drive of the game with no score. Burrow in the gun. Tight end in motion. 4 on the line, 5 in the secondary. Shotgun snap. Fake handoff, deflected pass. On a ricochet, it's intercepted. A.J. Green gets it. Gets off the grass, 25, up the sideline, 30. Down the sideline, 40. Chasing into the 50. Near sideline, 40. Near sideline, he's to the 30, the 25, and down to the Cincinnati 23. Green on the ricochet, picks off Burrow. And the Browns defense has stopped the Cincinnati drive.
Man, he had a wide open receiver that he was trying to hit. Myles Garrett gets his hand up, tips the ball. That's what leads to the interception. Now, they might bring this back. I believe one of the Cincinnati receivers.
Ruling on the field is the interception, and the runner down by contact at the 16-yard line. 1st down, Cleveland, timeout.
I think it was T. Higgins was out there and just kind of clipped his ankle as he went down to the ground. And that's why they're going to move this back. But a big break there for this Browns defense.
A.J. Green gets the deflected ball and picks it off for the Browns, stopping the initial drive of the game by Burrow and the Bengals. We've got no score, 10:47 first quarter. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
When the forgotten poor are suffering and in need of healing, they wait for a ship unlike any other. Mercy Ships, the largest floating civilian hospital in the world, with volunteer medical staff and crew who donate their time to save lives. Heroes of mercy, like these.
Every human being has the right to be treated as human, to have a place at the table of the human race.
If you could just see the look in that patient's eyes or the smiles that you get when life has been changed, then it would make it all worth it.
You bring hope and healing to one person, but that person belongs to a family, and that family belongs to a community.
Together, these heroes of mercy and friends like you bring hope and healing to those who desperately need it.
Thank you! Thank you!
To learn more about Heroes of Mercy, go to mercyships.org today.
After my father was on a ventilator for 20 days due to COVID, he had so many medications, it really was daunting.
According to the National Institutes of Health, 30% of hospital admissions in older adults are drug-related, like taking meds at the wrong time. Hero simplifies medication management.
I'm so thankful that something like this exists. It holds up to 10 different medications. It's all on an app, and you can share that app with a caregiver, so I can make sure that he got his meds, is he missing a dose of his meds.
Hero Health's smart pill dispenser alerts and delivers pills with the push of a button.
It is really so easy to use and a literal lifesaver.
Try Hero Health risk-free for 30 days. Get free contactless delivery. Call 800-420-7550. 800-420-7550. That's 800-420-7550. Hero. Medication managed.
Back in Cleveland, the NFL season is in full swing, and NFL Plus has your game day covered. Watch or listen to live and local primetime games on your phone or tablet and more. Go to plus.nfl.com and start your free trial of NFL Plus today. The Browns have just picked off the Bengals. Cleveland takes over with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Brissett with 2 tight ends under center. They're moving from our left to our right against the snap under center. Hands off to Chubb over the right tackle, digging his way down the painted numbers to the 21. And he picks up 5 on 1st down, the number 1 rusher in the NFL. Coming into this weekend, Nick Chubb picks up 5. And the Browns, with just their 3rd interception of the season, stop Burrow the first time he's got the ball tonight.
Well, that has been one of the big issues with this team. We talk a lot about the offense, but it's been their defense not being able to come up with those big stops. And Myles Garrett, I know he wants to get after the quarterback and get sacks, but with Joe Burrow getting the ball out of his hands quick, get your hands up, and it leads to a big play on the back end.
Cleveland 2nd down for their own 22 in the gun. It's a belt-high shotgun snap. A crumbling pocket looking right. No, flush from the pocket. Brissett is on the far side running and throwing. And it was a belt-high catch by Michael Woods on the sideline. And he's got a gain on the play of about a yard to the 28 on a 2nd down and 4. So that's not right. So it was a gain of 6. And it's 1st down and 10 with the completion to the 28-yard line. A spot over there, a little bit errant by the official. So at the 28-yard line, Cleveland gets a 1st down through the air. Chubb in the backfield. 1st down and 10. Brissett is under center. 2 tight ends. Snap, spin, fake handoff. 7-step drop. Throws a pass. Line 5 near side. Caught. Peoples-Jones, 45. Bobbled it at the 50. Hurdles the defender on the near sideline. 45. He's down at the Cincinnati 40. Running on the sideline to the 35. Knocked out of bounds. 37-yard catch and run by the receiver, Donovan Peoples-Jones for the Browns.
And this is what they do. They line up in the heavy set with 2 tight ends and a hard play action. Run the deep corner route. And the young rookie, Cam Taylor-Britt, went for the football and just missed it, leading to that big play. Peoples-Jones. 1st down and 10 at the 35 of Cincinnati under center. 1st and 10. Browns hand off. Chubb over the right tackle and taken down as he hit the line by Sam Hubbard. Picks up a yard. He goes to the Cincinnati 34. 2nd down and 9. We're in the 1st quarter. There is no score. The Browns on a pick, and they're moving the other way. Well, if you're the Bengals, what you have to do is you can't give up the big play. You know that's how this team is built. You got to force them to go the long distance, whether it's handing the football off or forcing Jacoby Brissett to make those 10-12 play drives instead of getting those big plays off of play action.
Under center, Bengal 34, Cleveland 2nd down 9. And the quarterback, Brissett, gets the snap, spins left, hands to Chubb, runs laterally, hit behind the line of scrimmage. There goes a flag. Logan Wilson got him around the ankles as he was running toward the far side, losing a yard. And Bill Venovich will come to us again from the field.
Holding, offense number 71. 10-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
That is Jedrick Wills, a highly drafted kid out of Alabama, their starting left tackle.
Well, and again, this is not how the Browns are built when you get behind the sticks like this. So you want to be able to run the football. This is what gets them out of that mode with Nick Chubb. Kareem Hunt, another really good back for them, but they put him in and they think more about the pass mode, get out on the edge. instead of the downhill bruising running of Nick Chubb.
Bengals have 5 in the secondary with the penalty. It's back to the 44 Cincinnati and a 2nd and 19. Brissett in the gun. 5 wide, in tight, 4 in the defensive line. Brissett pointing out his protections, his arm extended, the shotgun snap. He's at midfield. He has time. Looking right, looking left. Now he scrambles. Cutting left, and then finally brought down. From behind, Sam Hubbard got him as he was looking and scrambling and dancing and picked up nothing on the play. Whacked at the line of scrimmage. Now it'll be 3rd and 19 with no score here in the first quarter.
Jacoby Brissett was looking for Amari Cooper right over the ball, but the Bengals dropped one of their defensive tackles out right underneath the throw that Jacoby Brissett wanted to make. From there, had nowhere to go, and then it was just rallying the troops from there. Nice job on the play call by the Bengals.
5 in the secondary for Cincinnati. Cleveland with it, 3rd down 19. Bengal 44 after the interception. Brissett in the gun, off his hips is Hunt. There's the shotgun snap. He moves up and avoids the rush. Throws a short pass out of the backfield. Caught swirling at the 40-yard line by Hunt, who runs down the near sideline and is knocked down at about the 36. He picks up 9. It's 4th and 10. And the defense of Cincinnati holds. And they're going to try a long field goal with rookie Cade York at about 53 yards away on what is basically a winless night. Now, the telltales on top of the uprights, bright orange, are blowing just a hair on this Halloween night. Let's make it a 53-yard try by York, who has hit some long ones to win and missed some long ones this year to lose. The kick coming. And going to our right. Good snap. Ball put down. Right-footed kick is line drive, and it may have been blocked. It may have been deflected at the line. It was low and no good, and he misses from 53. It may have been hit by B.J. Hill in the middle for Cincinnati.
Well, both offense moving the football really, really well down the field, and then a mistake by each. The holding penalty to put the Browns back. Now a long field goal that gets blocked. And, of course, the tip pass leading to the interception. Both offenses feel good about their first drives, but no points on the board.
There is a break in the action, sponsored by Culligan Water. A drinking water system from Culligan gives you cleaner, safer water with the turn of a handle and no pitcher filters to refill. Learn more from your local dealer or Culligan.com. No score, first quarter from Cleveland, 6-10 in the first. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1.
TrackPhone wants to know, are you an influencer, a big live streamer? No? Then guess what? You don't need an endless data plan. Get just the right amount of data with TrackPhone's $40 unlimited talk and text smartphone plan. Now with 8 gigs of high-speed data and unlimited carryover on America's largest, most dependable network, now with 5G. Get the data you need at the price you want. TrackPhone Wireless. Now you're in control. Available at major retailers. 5G compatible device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at TrackPhone.com.
Thank you for calling Navy Federal Credit Union. How can I help you?
Hi. If I'm in the Army, not in the Navy, am I still eligible for membership?
Yes, you are.
What about my sister in the Air Force?
Her too.
And my dad's a Marine.
We serve all branches of the military, veterans, and their families.
My dog is a retired military working dog.
I'll see what I can do.
Find out if you're eligible at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. And a great shave starts with Barbasol Shaving Cream. That's Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American classic for over 100 years. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with Barbasol.
Barbasol. Better protected this football season with an updated COVID-19 booster shot designed for recent Omicron variants. If it's been at least 2 months since your primary series or booster, schedule your updated COVID-19 booster dose at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Back in Cleveland, welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth, along with the Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, Kevin Harlan. Winning teams know everyone can use a helping hand. Let Grainger help you with 24/7 customer service and supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click, or stop by Grainger today. No score, first quarter, Bengals and Browns. The Browns, we talked about this before, losing 4 games by a total of 9 points. The Bengals coming in at 4-3 have 3 losses by a total of 8 points.
Well, and it's been key mistakes in critical moments that have really cost both these teams, but specifically the Browns, who've been very, very competitive with Jacoby Brissett in there, but just haven't found ways to finish games.
In the shotgun from the Cincinnati 43, Burrow in the gun. Receiver in motion. 1st and 10. 4-man rush. Throws a short pass. It's up the middle. It's caught on the hash mark, and it's grabbed by the running back who was spun down after a gain of 2. Mixon makes the grab, 28th of the year. It'll be 2nd down and about 8 to go for the Bengals, who come in at 4-3.
It's fun to watch Joe Burrow get through his progression so quick at seeing the defense, understanding where he needs to go. He starts to his left there. You see the feet pop back, get it to his check down, not holding the ball too long to let those pass rushers get after him.
5 yards away in the shotgun. 2nd down, 8. Cincinnati 45. Burrow's got the snap, shuffles up, dumps it off. The short pass out of the backfield. Mixon caught. Was hit by Taki on the far side flat. And he loses 2. Nice play by Sione Taki. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Say it again. Go ahead. I see the excitement when you get to say Taki.
Sione Taki. Well, it just rolls right off your tongue, right?
I know. My wife likes to eat Takis. They're some kind of spicy chip. So every time you say that, I think about my wife at home eating Takis.
It'd be nice if maybe you brought those on the road with you sometime.
Okay, I can do that.
I would like that. 3rd down and 10. Ball back at the Cincinnati 43. We're late in the first quarter. Burrow's in the gun. 3 wide. There's the snap high. Brings it down. 4-man rush. Line drive pass near side. Leaping 2-hand. Catch made right at the line. And he got the first down. 46-yard line of the Cleveland Browns. A pickup of 11. Tyler Boyd got it with his gloved hands across the way. And a beautiful throw with 2 defenders right on his back.
That was a great throw and a great play by Tyler Boyd. A deep out that Joe Burrow's throwing. And A.J. Green was on the outside, ready to break on the ball. Tyler Boyd came back and made himself friendly, attacking the football and not letting A.J. Green get in there and knock it away.
Cleveland 46 for the Bengals. 1st and 10. Burrow under center. Snap, spins to the right. Hands off to Mixon. Gets a block from the left tackle. But it was read well. And Martin Emerson, the rookie out of Mississippi State, a defensive back, holds him to a gain of a yard, running over the left side. And they get near the 45 of Cleveland. So it's 2nd down and 9 for the Bengals.
You know what it means for a receiver to be friendly for their quarterback?
Reading that he's in duress and quickly stems his routes?
Being friendly means when you break your route, always working back towards the quarterback, not allowing the defenders to undercut the throw, as Tyler Boyd did on that last play.
2nd down and about 9.5. It's inside the 46-yard line of Cleveland. In the gun, 3 wide right, looking into 5 defensive backs. Shotgun snap, dropping back 3. Crumbling pocket and goes outside with another lateral pass, and this is caught by Pirine right at the line of scrimmage and read well again by the rookie Martin Emerson. And they lose a yard. They're back outside the 46, almost near the 47 of the Cleveland Browns. So Cincinnati having a little trouble here getting things going with the newer era of Thursday Night Football officially here. The only way to watch it is on Prime Video. 3rd down 10. And the quarterback, Joe Burrow, in that white jersey with the black number 9. Heisman Trophy winner, national championship quarterback out of LSU, 46 of Cleveland. 3rd down and 10, the belt high shotgun snap. He's hit by Garrett, grabbed and sacked on the hash mark, back at the 46 of Cincinnati. Number 7 for Myles Garrett. Unstoppable. Loss of 8. 4th down, the punting unit out there for the Bengals.
Well, Myles Garrett just waits for you to get into 3rd and 10 situations. And even here, Pirine was trying to come up and chip Myles Garrett from the outside. He made a spin move back to the inside and a free run at Joe Burrow. But that's where these guys live, is when you get in 3rd and long.
Bengals are going to punt. Kevin Huber gets the belt high long snap with a left-footed punt, which he shanks. It comes to the near side, and it's out of bounds near the 30-yard line of the Browns. Kevin Huber is a 14-year veteran, but shanked that one, and it's out of bounds, a 24-yarder with no hang time in our scoreless first quarter. It shows 2:08 to play. Battle of Ohio, the Bengals and the Browns. Cleveland getting it next, and you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager. Only refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Qatar, here we come.
Christian's travel agency has one goal.
Talk to you soon.
The world's biggest soccer tourney.
The hotel is 7 miles from the stadium. Are you serious? Did you email the transportation company?
Now he needs an Arabic interpreter on his roster.
I don't speak it either.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Sports are easy to disagree on. Let's see what happens when sports talk hosts talk about something they agree on.
No, hold on. I'm saying drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Well, I disagree. I think drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Come on, man. Wait, I think we're saying the same thing.
Oh, so what do we do now?
Everyone agrees that drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National average 12-month savings by new customer survey who saved with Progressive between June 2020 and May 2021. Potential savings will vary.
Back in Cleveland, join Kurt and Brenda Warner in supporting Treasure House, a welcoming, vibrant community where young adults with intellectual disabilities can pursue their independence. Go to treasurehouse.org for more information or to donate now. And you're not just sponsoring that, you are using Treasure House.
Oh, yeah, my son is. We actually had a big fundraiser last week, raised $1.5 million for Treasure House. So
congratulations.
Anybody out there listening that went to that event or want to help us to continue to build, we appreciate y'all.
That is a wonderful, wonderful cause, and congratulations on that. I know that is near and dear to your family's heart. 31-yard line, we just saw Cincinnati punt. Bengals had an interception thrown by Burrow. Cleveland gets it for a second time. The Chubb in the backfield from the Cleveland 31, moving left to right on the natural grass. Brown jerseys, orange pants, under center. Brissett got the ball, snap on 1st and 10, drops back, he throws to a crossing receiver, and that is to the rookie David Bell, a shallow cross, running along the 40, caught the ball with his chest to the near sideline and out of bounds, about the 44 of the Browns. He picks up 13 and a Cleveland first down.
Good job by Nick Chubb picking up the blitz off the left-hand side. Slow down the pressure, give Jacoby Brissett just enough time to find his crossing route there for the big play.
Brissett under center, the fake pitch, and he gives off to Chubb, and it's an end around coming to the near side. And Amari Cooper throws downfield, and he throws an interception at the 40-yard line, and it's grabbed by Mike Hilton. Mike Hilton grabbed it on the near side, or was it Von Bell? It was Von Bell who intercepted the ball, the safety, on the near side on some razzle-dazzle on the end around, and then Cooper, the wide receiver, throws a pass, and the only player within 10 yards of that pass was Von Bell on the sideline in front of his own bench and makes a pick. So we've had interceptions both ways.
And that is the worst thing when you call one of those special plays. You tell your wide receiver, if it's not there, just throw it away, okay? We'll live for another down. This has to be what we call a high hopper, a guy wide open, and just launch it out there. And I tell you, as he was getting tackled, I really believe Amari Cooper was trying to throw it away, but he got hit as he was throwing it. Ball didn't go as far as he wanted to, and as you said, easy interception on the back end.
That's the first pass he has attempted this season. We have a break. Our clock in first in his career. 1:27 to go in the first. There is no score. Bengals and Browns. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1.
2000, 2008, 2022. When it comes to the economy, those are some scary years. .com crash, housing crash, and the roller coaster we're going through right now. It's a dangerous time to not know your numbers.
But over 31,000 businesses have the confidence and clarity they need because they rely on NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, improve margins. Everything you need, all in one place. So, how do you prepare for uncertain times? The answer, NetSuite. NetSuite helps you identify rising costs, automate your business processes, and easily see where to save money. That's why 93% of customers say they improved their visibility and control when they upgraded to NetSuite. What are you waiting for? NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown. netsuite.com/touchdown.
Find the latest and greatest audio entertainment on Audible. It's got everything you want to hear, including The Rich Eisen Show. Along with podcasts, you'll also find audiobooks and exclusive originals. We're talking comedy, sports stories, deep dives with athletes and entertainers, business, and anything else you're into. With Audible, you get access to thousands of included titles with more added every week. Listen on the road, at the gym, or anywhere you want to fuel up your imagination. Join and get 30 days free at the home of storytelling, audible.com.
Von Bell in the secondary for the Cincinnati Bengals. His 4th interception of the season, tied for the NFL lead.
Well, that was probably the easiest one he's had all year long.
Wow.
Man, you fake that reverse, and it looked like one of the receivers had gotten behind Von Bell there on the trick play. It was the pressure up front that forced Amari Cooper to leave that ball short and hit Von Bell right between the numbers.
They were watching some McCaffrey tape, weren't they, from yesterday?
Yeah, let's try that. That looks good.
So here come now the Cincinnati Bengals. Interception and punt, the first 2 possessions at their 48 after the pick. 1st and 10, shotgun snap at their own 48. It's a handoff from Burrow to Mixon, who tries to carve his way up the middle across the painted logo of the Brownie, or the elf at midfield, and he's inside the 50, just inside Cleveland territory, running over the center with a pickup of 2.
See that elf out there, it makes me think of cookies. Keebler elves.
I know, yeah. It doesn't
Keebler
take much
cookies.
to make you think of food, though.
I know.
You can look at the goalpost.
Well, we're
and
on
think
the
of
East
something.
Coast here, so it's late at night for me, so I'm hungry at these games.
2nd down and 8. Midfield. Bengals and Browns, no score, under a minute to go in the first quarter. In the gun. There it goes to Burrow. Fakes the handoff. Drops back further. Shuffles his feet. There's a line drive down the middle. Diving attempt incomplete. It went right down the middle for Mike D. Thomas. He's taken the place of Jamar Chase. He was diving at the 40-yard line of the Browns. It's incomplete. Bengals 13 pass plays. They've only run it 4 times tonight.
Well, that was really good job by Joe Burrow. Good protection up front. He was looking to get the deep over to Tyler Boyd. Great coverage on the back end. Worked all the way back to the end to Thomas. And Thomas has got to make that play right in his hands.
Samaje Perine is the running back. Burrow is in the shotgun from the 50 with a 3rd and 7. Here's a 4-man rush. There is the snap, and he throws a pass to Perine in the near side. He caught it at the 50 inside the numbers to the 45 and is taken down about the Cleveland Brown 45, picking up 4, leaving 4th and 4. And let's see if they leave the offense on the field. And they are going to tune in to watch all the excitement of the NFL next Sunday on Fox. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Catch the NFL on Fox. You surprised they're going for it here?
Why can't anybody kick anymore? I know it's great if you get it, but I just seen it happen so many times this year. Going for it on 4th down, midfield, and it can change the complexion of a game.
Cincinnati at the 46 of Cleveland, a 4th and 4 in the gun, 3 wide. Burrow with his arms extended, and now a whistle, and they stop play. And the quarter has come to a close. Zeros on the clock, and including in the score. The Bengals and Browns scoreless at the end of 1. You're listening to Monday Night Football from Cleveland on Westwood 1.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Of course I know how to make Parmesan-crusted salmon. It'll be the best you've ever had. See you tonight.
You know you can't cook.
I know.
Even boiling water is a struggle for you.
Ugh, I know.
What were you thinking?
I wasn't. What am I going to do?
Oh, honey, just go for Grubhub and tell him the truth.
You make it sound so easy.
Yeah, it is. The food will arrive before he does, and he'll be so impressed with your ordering skills that all will be forgiven.
I think you're onto something.
I am. Go for date night deliciousness. Go for Grubhub. Download the Grubhub app today.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7, with supplies and solutions for every industry, and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Jane doesn't mind an apartment with no elevator.
5 flights of stairs is 5 flights of cardio.
Bob is a little less enthusiastic about stairs.
I hate stairs.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle renters and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Jane and Bob found an apartment that's a 4-story walk-up. And Bob?
Yeah, there's a freight elevator she doesn't know about.
What were you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
Welcome back to Cleveland, along with Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, Kevin Harlan. After 15 minutes of play, there is no score, so the start of the second quarter is sponsored by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote from Geico.com easy.
I like the decision here by the Bengals decide to punt here. Yeah, it's too early in the game at this point for me to go for it and give the momentum back to the other team if you don't get it. So I like the decision. Play the long game here, as we've been talking about with this Cleveland offense.
Kevin Huber will punt for Cincinnati. The defending AFC champion Bengals scoreless with the Browns beginning the second quarter. Punt will come from Cincinnati from our left to our right. Winless night. There's the belt-high long snap. And the left-footed punt by Huber is sent down the near side, waving his arms, People-Jones, and he signals for, as allotted the fair catch outside the painted numbers on the grass, on a 32-yard punt with a hang of 4.75, and the ball will be at the 14, so he does get it inside the 20. The Bengals had 2 straight starts outside their own 40, a pick and a punt.
Yeah, but, in this situation, I feel good about them being able to push them back and play the long game. Their defense has been good. It's one thing that the Browns have struggled with. Without getting big plays, they struggle to move long distances. So right now you're kind of trying to play the field position battle.
Cleveland has it at their own 13 under center percent with Hunt in the backfield. 1st and 10. Snap, spin, handoff, Hunt over the left tackle. Got a block, breaks the tackle at the 15. On the near sideline, the 20. He runs near the 23, and he's hit on the sideline by Bates and others. And he has not carried the ball as much as the other running back, Nick Chubb. He picks up about 9.5 on the play. They'll put the ball shy of the first down, but he gets it out to the Cleveland 23.
Well, we talked in the open about Roquan Smith being traded to the Ravens. One of the guys that's been rumored to possibly in that trade mill has been Kareem Hunt, a guy that believes he can be a featured back, but not going to be that here with Nick Chubb.
On in the backfield, 2 tight ends. Brissett on 2nd down and 1 will take it himself. A quarterback sneak along the hash and out with the first down captured to the 25-yard line of Cleveland. So it is a first down on a gain of 3.
Well, that is something that Jacoby Brissett is great at.
Yes, he
those
is.
Quarterback sneaks, gets that big body, big strong body. Almost a guarantee in a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brissett comes in, ranked 26th in passer rating in the NFL. In the second quarter, the Browns are moving from our right to our left. The shotgun snap and a 1st and 10 from the 25, and it's a handoff to Hunt, who ran laterally, and it was hit behind the line of scrimmage by Sam Hubbard of Cincinnati, and a loss of 2. And it's back to the 23 of the Browns.
We talk often about blitzing, and a lot of people think about blitzing when you're dropping back to pass, but there's a number of teams out there that will attack this Browns team with what we call run blitzes. Add some extra guys to the mix as they did there. Try to stop Nick Chubb.
2nd and 12, 23-yard line of Cleveland. A little pass out of the backfield far side. It's caught by the twisting and churning Hunt, who backpedals his way out to the 28 of Cleveland on the far side along the numbers. Picks up 4. That brings up 3rd and 8 in the scoreless second quarter. Browns with the ball.
3rd and 8, another 3rd and long situation here. See if that pressure can finally get there from this Bengals team. That sometimes will do a changeup where instead of rushing 4 guys, they'll drop an extra guy out, try to force you to hold it, and then rally with those 3 rushers.
6 in the secondary. Brissett in the gun. Cleveland 28. Hunt off his right hip. 3 wide. Shotgun snap. Drops back 4. Pocket crumbling. Line drive thrown low, and a diving attempt made on the hash by Cooper at the 45. They say he scoops it in and gets it at the 45 at Cleveland. Low line drive spiral. 17-yard pickup. What a catch by Cooper. First down, Browns.
I'm not so sure about this. He got his hands underneath it, but as he started to roll, the ball started to come out and rolled up on the turf. They review this. I believe this one's going to be coming back.
And they may. The flag has not been thrown yet by Zach Taylor and his staff.
Why was everybody running? It's like the water guys were running out onto the field.
And they did throw the flag out. The red flag is right in front of the bench below us here on the near sideline in front of the Cincinnati Bengals. Yep, he did not hold it. You're right. Good call, Kurt.
Cincinnati is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed catch. Timeout.
So they're going to have this close shave instant replay review, and it's sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Choose Barbasol Shaving Cream for a thick lather and close, comfortable shave. Barbasol, the American original for over 100 years. Better by Barbasol. They're checking on a 17-yard completion up the middle on a diving attempt by Amari Cooper. And we'll step aside. Scoreless first half. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Cold beer and good food. You can find both in a lot of places. What makes Bert's Bar in Beersford special is the atmosphere. The bartenders are friendly and love to chat up to the customers. They also have TVs everywhere, so your favorite game is always close to your table. So whether it's family dinner from our extensive menu or home-cooked food items or watching the game with your friends, Bert's Bar is the place to be. Bert's Bar, between the Super 8 and Dollar General in Beersford.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online, too, at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Hy-Vee makes grocery shopping easy with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. Just order online, schedule a pickup or delivery time, then leave the shopping to us. Download the new Hy-Vee Aisles Online app or go to HyVeeAislesOnline.com. It's easy to create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Plus, with Hy-Vee Aisles Online, pickup is free on orders over $30, and delivery is free with the membership. Save time. Shop online with Hy-Vee Aisles Online.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by F&BO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by F&BO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
They have looked at it on a replay, and they have ruled it an incomplete pass on a dive on the hash upfield, wiping out a 17-yard Cleveland gain through the air to Amari Cooper. 4th and 7. Corey Bojorquez is out there to punt from the Browns from right to left. High snap, left-footed punt is sent downfield. And under the ball is Trent Taylor. The catch at the 15. The number's the 20. A block at the 30. And he's just near the 31-yard line of Cincinnati with a hang of 5-1, a punt of 57, and a return of 16 yards. Bengals are going to get it. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. Coast to coast and around the world. This is Westwood One, your home for Monday Night Football.
ESPN 101.5 AM 1570 KDTK Vermilion Yankton, a proud service of 5 Star Communications.
Bengals take over after the punt at the 30-yard line, moving from our left to our right. In the shotgun, as he's been most of the night, is quarterback Joe Burrow with 3 wide. Shotgun snap, 4-man rush, left tackle block. Here's a quick slant pattern, and it's caught hip high by T. Higgins, who gets out to the 33-yard line on a gain of 3, cutting and running toward the middle of the field. And he's out to the Cincinnati 33.
Going back to the Browns and that missed completion there on 3rd down. That's really what you miss with Jacoby Brissett, right? That was a throw that you have to make in this league as a starting quarterback. And as good as he's been this year at times, he struggles to make all the throws that you need to have your starting quarterback make.
2nd down, 7. Pointing out his protections is Burrow. Shotgun snap, and it's a jet sweep to Trent Taylor from the near side to the far, and he goes past the 35 and runs out to the Cincinnati 38. And he picks up on the play 6, which brings up 3rd and 2 for the Bengals in a scoreless second quarter, and the clock ticking at 11:20.
This is where you feel really good with Joe Burrow, that you don't have to stand back there and hold the football and allow those guys like Myles Garrett to get after you. 3rd and short, a lot of quick throw opportunities within this offense.
B. Ryan is off the right hip of Burrow. Burrow has a white towel against those black pants off his belt buckle. It's 3rd down and 2. Cincinnati at their own 38. Shotgun snap, crumbling pocket, line drive thrown here side, broken up, incomplete at the 40. On the near sideline. And broken up again by the rookie out of Mississippi State, Martin Emerson, taking the place of Denzel Ward, who is out. Incomplete pass on the short one to the near sideline. Here comes the Bengal punting unit.
Well, and that's where you missed Jamar Chase. Got T. Higgins over there one-on-one with Emerson. And those are the battles that Jamar Chase wins over and over and over again. Maybe a little bit late on the throw by Joe Burrow, but good coverage, good tight coverage there by the young cornerback.
Kevin Huber to punt again for Cincinnati. 3rd straight punt. Left-footed punt is away after a good long snap. Peoples-Jones looks into the lights, catches the ball on the near sideline, cradling the ball against his chest. 40-yard punt, hang of 4-7. And the Browns will take over. We have no score. We're in the mid-stages of the second quarter on this Halloween in Cleveland, Ohio. And you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1.
Psoriatic arthritis made my joints stiff, swollen, painful.
Tremfya is approved for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Emerge Tremfyant. Tremfya can help reduce joint symptoms at 24 weeks. Some patients reported less fatigue as assessed by survey 1 week prior. Individual results may vary.
Tremfya is taken by injection at weeks 0 and 4, and then every 8 weeks. Following the 2 starter doses, that's 6 doses a year, by prescription only. Serious allergic reactions may occur. Tremfya may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms of infection, including fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough. Tell your doctor if you had a vaccine or plan to.
Tremfya. Emerge Tremfyant. Explore another treatment option. To learn more, call 1-877-578-3527 or tap this ad to visit Tremfya.com and talk to your doctor about Tremfya. See our ad in Health Magazine.
Barbasol Shaving Cream is available in 5 fantastic flavors to customize your close shave. Whether it's original, soothing aloe, or Pacific Rush, there's one for every face. Find your favorite Barbasol today.
Barbasol. Wrangler is made for those moments when your heart says go and you follow it beyond what's expected. Because when the heart calls, you've got to be ready in jeans that are made for you and built to last. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
We have a 61-degree night here in Cleveland. This season, for the first time, you can hear every Westwood 1 NFL broadcast stream live for free. Catch all the action on the NFL app or on Westwood1Sports.com or via Westwood 1 station streams or by asking Alexa to open Westwood 1 Sports. And you got to say open Westwood 1 Sports. All sponsored by AutoZone. Free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and get you back on the road. Kurt used them this week and loved it. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone, AutoZone, and you got your car fixed, and it was just that pesky light that came on, right?
I did. Perfect.
Yep. No problem.
Easy peasy. And we're talking earlier about wide receivers staying friendly to their quarterbacks. You know what it means for a play-by-play guy to stay friendly with his color guy?
No.
To bring like 100 Grand bars or Snickers or Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Especially on Halloween.
For their color guy on Halloween.
Especially on
That's
Halloween.
what it would mean. Did you do that? Are you staying friendly today?
Well, we're not at the bewitching hour yet. There's a lot to be going.
Okay, all right.
Just hold your horses.
Okay. Long way to go. Long way to go.
After the punt, 22 of Cleveland under center. Brissett, first down and 10. 2 tight ends, snap, spin, handoff, Chubb, got a block from Posick to center, runs over the right tackle, and he's out to the 24 and a gain of 2, bringing up second down and 8 to the Cleveland 24.
Nick Chubb reminds me a lot of Adrian Peterson when they run. Power runs, but they'll go and they'll get 2, they'll get 3 at a pop, and then just when you think you've got them bottled up, you're doing a good job defensively, they have the ability to break a big one. So far, so good for the Bengals defense tonight.
One back is Chubb. 24-yard line, the Browns in the second quarter, moving right to left. They're at their own 24. Second down and 8. Brissett under center with 2 tight ends. He gets the snap. Jet sweep coming to the near side. That's Hunt, who runs laterally on the 25. Hit once, got to the numbers, and was stoned. Hit by Jermaine Pratt, and a gain of 2 on the play. We're crossing the 10-minute mark of the second quarter, and we still have no score in the Battle of Ohio.
So the Bengals have them where they want them again. A third and longer situation. Doesn't play to the strengths of this Browns team. They want to be in third and short where they can still line up in those run formations and attack you. Not nearly as effective when they got to play drop-back football.
Brissett will go in the gun from his own Cleveland 27. Hunt to his left. 3 wide across the way. 6 in the Cincinnati secondary. Third down 5. Browns 27. Shotgun snap. They rush 5. Blitz is on. Picked up by Hunt. There goes Brissett. Far side. He's got Cooper on the sideline. Caught it at the 50. Down the far sideline. 45 and belted out of bounds as he takes it near the 44-yard line of the Cincinnati Bengals on a beautiful throw by Brissett. First down, Cleveland.
Good play right there. Double post on the outside. Amari Cooper motioned down to the inside and ran a corner route. Able to get behind the underneath coverage as they cleared out the deeper portion. And a nice throw there by Jacoby.
44-yard line of Cincinnati with Brissett under center. First down and 10. 2 tight ends, 4-man front, snap, spin, handoff, Chubb, right tackle, got the block. He broke a tackle at the 40 on the hash mark down to the 36, 37-yard line. And he's belted right there between the hash. Put him at the 37 of the Bengals. Gain of 7, second down and 3 coming up.
They love to run the outside zone, and those big plays usually come off the cutback. They over pursue right there. Nice cutback to get that 8-yard gain.
Second down and 3 inside the 37 of Cincinnati. Brown quarterback Brissett under center, uncoiled, got the snap, hands off to Chubb over the right side, bounces outside, breaking a tackle on the sideline. He's at the 35. He has 2 guys trying to bring him down. Tag at the ball, and they will not get it away. Gets to the 33 in front of his Browns bench across the way. He picks up 4 on that second and 3, and it's a first down for Cleveland.
Like they had him bottled up right there, but he's got a couple tree trunks for legs, so you better wrap those things up and bring him down, because you let them things keep moving.
Woo.
He is not going down.
He is a load. First and 10. Cleveland at the 32 of Cincinnati. Brissett under center. Chubb in the backfield, snap, spin, handoff, and he goes right into the teeth of that defense over the right guard and hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down on the play by Jesse Bates. Losing a yard, running on the hash to the Bengal 32.
You see the Bengals really loading up in the box, which you expect in these situations, but that's why they brought in Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper has to be that guy. If they're going to load the box and leave one-on-one on the outside, he's got to be that guy that wins and makes the big plays for him.
5 in the Cincinnati secondary. Second down 11. Scoreless first half, 7 minutes. Clock ticking, 32 of the Bengals. Cleveland's got it with 2 running backs and 3 wide. Shotgun snap. Brissett sets up. Looks left. No. Looks right. Short pass. It's part of the 27-yard line by Donovan Peoples-Jones. On the hash. Trapped it against his chest. Got down to the Cincinnati 27. Picked up 6. and 3rd and 5 coming up for Cleveland.
You mentioned it. Nice job by Jacoby Brissett right there. He's looking off to his left-hand side to start. Had a little flat hook over to the left-hand side, covered up really well. Works all the way back to the backside to his 4th read. Nice patience right there inside the pocket.
Kareem Hunt will be the back. Now they're going to send him wide. He'll become 1 of 5 wide for Brissett. With a 3rd down and 4, 26-yard line of Cincinnati. Shotgun snap, they rush 4. Goes an arching spiral pass near sideline. Backpedaling, catch made. It's Cooper at the 9, on the near sideline. Out of bounds at the 8. Covered by Logan, 18-yard pickup. The Browns have it. 1st and goal to go.
Well, and that's what we're talking about, the one-on-one situations. You get press man, run the inside fade with Amari Cooper. Good throw to his back shoulder, a nice adjustment for the catch. But these are the battles that number 2 has to win.
So Cooper has caught 2 on this drive of 29 and 18. It's 1st and goal. And the crowd on their feet and at full throat. And Brissett is at the 8-yard line of Cincinnati. It's 1st and goal, Cleveland. Scoreless first half. Shotgun snap, cuts back 3, cocks his right arm, throws a line drive, caught at the 5, and Hunt spins to the 4. Just outside the hash mark and picks up 4 on the play. With Cleveland stats inside the red zone, sponsored by CDW. For cloud, mobility, security, and data center solutions, turn to CDW. People who get it 26 times in the red zone and 15 touchdowns.
Well, 8 of those touchdowns, or 8 touchdowns have come with Nick Chubb. He's their guy to load back down here. I want to see him keep him in and hand the ball down between the tackles. Tied for the league lead with those 8 touchdown passes, or 8 touchdown runs. Sometimes they get a little cute down here, like to put in Kareem Hunt and get into the throwing mode. But to me, Kevin Stefanski, stay with your downhill power run game.
All right, Cleveland has taken a timeout also, and they were having some personnel issues. They were bringing in 2, not 1, but Kurt, 2 extra offensive linemen to put more power on that line.
Well, and I like that aspect of things. And Kevin Stefanski can be creative as well. So bring in a couple offensive linemen. Wouldn't be surprised at some point if he runs the play action and leaks one of those big offensive linemen out. But I like that. Get into that power mode. Don't try to get too cute down here. Do what you do well.
It's 2nd down and goal. Cooper's caught 2 long passes on this drive. No score. Inside the 4 of Cincinnati. Brissett runs away. It's going to be a direct snap, a wildcat snap. It goes to Chubb. He gets the ball. He runs over the guard. On the hash mark, in for 6. Cleveland has scored. Nick Chubb on the wildcat. 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken an early 6-0 lead over Cincinnati.
And you might sit back and go, okay, motioning Jacoby Brissett outside instead of just letting him take the snap and hand it to Nick Chubb. Why do you do that? Well, it's just enough hesitation by the defense. As he motioned out there, you saw the linebackers, the safeties looking at each other like, who's going out, who's adjusting with him? All of a sudden, the ball is snapped. Nick Chubb gets the jump on the defense and gets the ball into the end zone.
He has had 9 rushing touchdowns. That is number 1 in the NFL. And here's Cade York to try to tack on 1 more. And the flag is thrown as the long snap is away, and the smoke from the fireworks continues to swirl around inside the stadium tonight. But that flag on that extra point try. What a nice drive by Brissett.
12 men, defense. Cleveland has elected to take the ball from the 2-1 for a 2-point conversion.
How about that? The penalty against Cincinnati. They're not going to go now for the extra point. They're going to try for the 2-point conversion after the Chubb touchdown run.
Well, Kevin Stefanski's a guy that likes to take some of these chances anyways. We've seen a couple times going forward on 4th down in some key situations. Loves to go for 2 and gain that advantage with the analytics. So I like the call right here. Do they go back to Nick Chubb? Do they stay with the power game? Or do they line up and go with a little play action right here, Kevin?
They have 8 offensive linemen in. Some will be designated as tight ends. 8 offensive linemen for this 2-point drive.
Let's see if they come up with a really cool play where all of those big guys go out on a pass.
All right, here we go. I formation, trying for 2. Brissett under center. Offensive lineman is the up back snap, spin, handoff. Chubb gets the block, digs, and takes it in for 2. as he steamrolls Jermaine Pratt. And the Cleveland Browns get the 2-point try and lead it 8-0 over Cincinnati. Good-looking drive through the air and on the ground, and Chubb gets both the touchdown and the 2-point, and will step aside. Clock at 5:04 in the second quarter. The Browns 8, the Bengals nothing. From Cleveland, you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Hi, I'm Capri, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the chicken. They actually put it on the grill, cooked it in the sauce. It's definitely a good grilled spicy sandwich.
Hey, I'm Michelle, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is it's spicy and it's full of flavor. When you pair that with the kale crunch salad, it's just good.
Order a grilled spicy deluxe sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Welcome back to Earth, folks. We hope you enjoyed your 8.5 minutes in orbit.
Technology lets you vacation in space, but to get work done on Earth, you need more than technology. You need CDW to design and manage a Cisco hybrid work solution that delivers the same secure network experience to all your satellite offices. And with consistent connectivity that empowers your team, they can collaborate from any space.
And no, you can't keep the helmet.
Cisco makes hybrid work possible. CDW makes it powerful. Learn more at cdw.com/Cisco.
Where can you deck the halls and the front yard? Lowe's, actually. Decorate your holiday home with pre-lit artificial trees, starting at only $99. Put your yard on holiday display with outdoor inflatables starting at just $22.98. Holiday shop your way in-store, pick up curbside, or just get it delivered. And check back daily for deals during Black Friday month. Start saving now at Lowe's. Home to any possibility. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
All right, we're back in Cleveland. Let's check the drive summary sponsored by Audible. Audible is where you'll find the best stories on sports and entertainment. It's the home of storytelling. Listen to audio books, originals, and podcasts, including The Rich Eisen Show. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com. 10 plays, 78 yards. Chubb got the 3-yard touchdown run, the 2-point conversion, the first of his career there, and the ensuing kickoff. And it's to Evans, who takes it on the run on the hash at the 8, the 10, 15, 20 up the middle he goes, 25, hurdles a defender. He's airborne and lands at about the 26-yard line of Cincinnati on a 20-yard return. So now Joe Burrow and the defending conference champion Bengals are down 8-0 with 5 to play in the second quarter.
I'll tell you what I loved about that last drive by Cleveland. It was Chubb, Mark Cooper, Chubb, Mark Cooper. They're two main guys that they brought in here to be their big playmakers for most of that drive.
And Cooper had a couple of great third down receptions on that drive. Here from the 27, Burrow in the gun. 1st and 10, long arching spiral pass down the near sideline, incomplete, but there's a flag at the 50-yard line. They were aiming for T. Higgins, running on the near sideline in front of the Cincinnati bench. And the coverage on the play by the rookie Martin Emerson, who's had a good start, but was flagged right there on the PI.
Yeah, he knew that one.
Pass interference. Defense number 23. Butt foul. Automatic first down.
He got beat off the line by T. Higgins there and knew he was going to be giving up a big play. So instead of just letting him go, I'm just going to grab the jersey. I'll take the penalty and live for another down instead of giving up a touchdown.
16-yard penalty in essence. 1st and 10. Bengals at their own 44. Shotgun snaps. It's a handoff, and it goes to Nixon, who runs laterally and tries to stiff arm his way. And there's Clowney to wrap him up around the waist and bring him down after a 4-yard gain. Running to the 48-yard line of the Bengals. He was running over the right tackle and coming to the near side. Upcoming 2nd down and 6 for Cincy. Down 8-0.
We got some pretty strong backs in this game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
do.
Both those guys from Cleveland are tough runners. Joe Mixon, tough to bring him down with just one guy.
P. Ryan is in now. 2nd down and 6. Bengals white jerseys, black pants, orange helmets. And Burrow pointing out his projections. At his own 48, 2nd and 6 in the gun. Receiver in motion. There's the shotgun snap. A fake handoff on the jet sweep. He gives to Pirine, who takes it by midfield as he was running over the left guard on the hash and down to the 45-yard line of the Cleveland Browns on a gain of 7 and a Cincinnati first down.
Like the action, as you said, the jet sweep coming that they ran on the last drive. Fake the little toss to the wide receiver, hand it back to the running back. Just enough to get those linebackers moving and hesitating to pick up that first down.
Mixon is in right now. Cincinnati with 3 timeouts. First down 10. At the 45 of Cleveland. Burrow in the gun. Looks at a 4-man front. He's got 3 wide. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up by Mixon. Moving up. The ball knocked away from Burrow. It's rolling. It's loose. It's a fumble. And it's recovered back at the 46-yard line. And it's recovered by the Cleveland Browns. Holy Toledo! A turnover, the second by Cincinnati tonight.
Well, they're not a big blitz team, but they brought the pressure right there. And guess who that was? It was your guy, Taki, on the pressure. Reached out, was able to knock the football away from Joe Burrow as he was trying to pull it up and make the throw. And I thought a Bengal was there. Joe Mixon was there to get on the football. Wasn't able to recover it as it squirted out. Another huge play by this Browns defense.
What a play. The 4th fumble this season by Burrow. The 2nd lost fumble. Cleveland's going to take over with a 1st and 10. With 3:25 to go in the second quarter at the 47 of Cincinnati. Shotgun snap, handoff, Chubb over the right tackle, hurdles the defender at the 40. He runs to the far side, angling to the 35, and he's down to the 33-yard line of the Bengals. He looked like Haven Moses as he's hurdling bodies, running for 14, getting the Cleveland first down.
How's that big guy able to hurdle guys?
I don't know. I do not know.
Momentum, give it right back to your big gun. You know the defensive back's got to go low. He goes high, jumps over him. Great run there by the big fella.
34, Cincinnati under center. Brissett, 1st and 10. Cleveland's got the ball. Handoff goes to Chubb over the left tackle. Got to the 31 of Cincinnati. Running to the near side. Tackled on the painted numbers. And picks up 3. He hurdled as well as any Olympian you've ever seen. And Mike Hilton was the guy that was in front of him and the obstacle. And he sailed over him and got another 3 yards through the air.
Did you say he hurdled better than any Olympian I've ever seen?
As good as any Olympian I've ever seen. Second down and 7 at the 30-yard line of the Bengals. Brissett's under center, and the whistle blows as the snap was going into his hands.
Offense number 84. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
That's on Pharaoh Brown, a tight end.
I know we've got a couple Olympians listening to us, so I just wanted to make sure that we clarified that.
Do you know who listens to us? All these coaches. When they drive home from their facilities on Monday night, I cannot tell you how many people. John Harbaugh said something the other day about it. Listen, he mentioned you. Didn't really mention me, but he mentioned you. Second down and 12. But they all listen, and all the college coaches too. They drive home on Monday night. They listen. So we say hello to all you, and my goodness, the hours you put in and the time you put in, it is impressive. Second down and 12. 2:01, now 2 minutes. Clock ticking down to the 2-minute warning with an 8-0 lead for the Cleveland Browns. We've reached that 2-minute warning. It's sponsored by TracFone. Get unlimited talk and text, plus 8 gigs of high-speed data for just $40 a month, plus unlimited carryover data. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control, and see terms and conditions at TracFone.com. Chubb with a 3-yard touchdown run and a 2-point conversion, and it's 8-0 Cleveland over the Bengals. And you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1.
TracFone wants to know, are you an influencer, a big live streamer? No? Then guess what? You don't need an endless data plan. Get just the right amount of data with TracFone's $40 unlimited talk and text smartphone plan. Now with 8 gigs of high-speed data and unlimited carryover on America's largest, most dependable network, now with 5G. Get the data you need at the price you want. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control. Available at major retailers. 5G compatible device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at TracFone.
Thank you for calling Navy Federal Credit Union. How can I help you?
Hi. If I'm in the Army, not in the Navy, am I still eligible for membership?
Yes, you are.
What about my sister in the Air Force?
Her too.
And my dad's a Marine.
We serve all branches of the military, veterans, and their families.
My dog is a retired military working dog.
I'll see what I can do.
Find out if you're eligible at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Festivals, football, flannels. Some say fall is their favorite time of year. And this fall, there are now updated COVID-19 booster shots designed to help protect against COVID-19 variants. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster shot appointment as soon as you're eligible. And don't forget to enjoy the foliage. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
We are back on. It's Halloween here, guys. We've got gremlins in the system. Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth. We're in Cleveland on Halloween. No place I'd rather... Well, there is a place I'd rather be, but the second place I'd rather be...
Yeah, I love you too, but there's a place I might rather be too.
You're the Hall of Famer, Kurt Warner. Kevin Harlan here. Grainger helps keep your team moving forward at work with supplies and solutions for every industry. Call QuickGrainger.com or stop by one of over 250 Grainger branch locations.
It's only because I have a couple grandkids that are out trick-or-treating right now.
I know it.
Be fun to be getting some chocolate, sharing some chocolate, especially since you didn't bring me any chocolate.
Well, you don't know what I brought.
Okay, all right.
I called them, too.
You're still holding out, okay.
We've got kids and grandkids out there trick-or-treating right now. Second down and 12. 35 of Cincinnati. Cleveland with the lead and with the ball. In the shotgun is Brissett. They're moving from right to left. 3 wide, shotgun snap, they rush 5, Blitz is on, he avoids it, and he throws a short pass up the middle, dropped at the hash mark at the 26-yard line by Amari Cooper in a congested area down the middle, short pass, incomplete. It's 3rd and 12, and a player is down, and that player is Awuzie.
It's a great job here by Jacoby Brissett. They had everybody up in a blitz zero look. Had a free runner coming right at him. Gave him a little shoulder shrug. Got the defender up in the air. Was able to reset and throw the football. Actually a pretty good throw right there. I thought Amari Cooper could have grabbed that one.
Well, a timeout was, I think, assessed Cincinnati because of the injury, so they're going to lose a timeout. And don't miss all the excitement of the NFL on CBS Sunday. Rams will take on the Buccaneers. Also, it's Miami at Chicago. Dolphins and Bears. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL on CBS.
That's a good one. The Bears and the Dolphins. I look forward to that one.
You going to watch?
Quarterbacks are playing good.
Will you watch that one?
I watch all the games.
Yeah, well, last week we saw the Bears win in New England.
Yeah, they look good.
They
actually did some good things against Dallas yesterday, too.
They did. And Miami, of course, won. Dede is doing that game. And Detroit, they're down in 12. Brissett looking through that brown face mask as he rotates his head back and forth, his eyes darting at the defense. 3rd and 12. Cleveland is at the 35 of the Bengals. Shotgun formation, 3 wide. Kareem Hunt is off his right hip. Here's a 4-man rush with the snap. Here comes the blitz. He's hit once. He's spun. He throws it away, and it's intercepted. It's picked up, and I think Logan Wilson got it. Or was it inside? No, it was Osai. Joseph Osai on the pressure got the ball. There was such a convergence of players. There was Akeem Davis-Gaither. Let's see who they're going to give the interception to. They were all bunched in there. They attacked. As the quarterback, Brissett, got the ball, and he was hit, and the ball was jarred free, and he threw it, and he pump faked, and it was knocked away, and up in the air it went, and Davis-Gaither, I believe, got that loose ball. It was jarred free and swiped and taken to midfield. So an interception, as weird as it looked, and they've got the ball, the Bengals do, at their own 49 with 1:49 to go, and a shotgun snap to Burrow, and he throws to Mixon. Outside to the near side, a short pass to the 45, knocked out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. There's no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you talked about all those coaches that listen to us. One of my biggest pet peeves is not giving a quarterback hot options. When they bring pressure, to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Exactly what happened to Jacoby Brissett right there, and it leads to a bad play.
2nd down and 10 for Cincinnati from their own 49er pass downfield. It's caught on the hash, then upended downfield was Hayden Hurst. The tight end got it and was hit low. He grabbed the ball on the 32 on the hash mark of Cleveland, got down to the Browns 31. So it's a first down. It's a gain of 21. And now a shotgun snap to Burrow, who throws a line drive on 1st and 10 to the near sideline. And a chest-high catch made by T. Higgins. And he's near the 26-yard line of the Cleveland Browns on a gain of 5. The clock is out of time. It's down to 1 minute. The clock is stopped with Higgins catching that ball and racing to the sideline.
So, and all the momentum is on the Browns side after getting their second turnover. And then there's one big turnover here, the mistake in the passing game, and now the Bengals are knocking on the door. Change the whole complexion of this game.
Cincinnati 2 timeouts, 2nd down 5, shotgun snap from the Cleveland 25. Here comes the rush, he goes down. He's hit on the play and sacked by Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas came from the blind side and jumped on the shoulder pads of Burrow and buries him for a 9-yard loss. Back to the Cleveland 34 and a timeout taken.
Yeah, just a one-on-one on the backside. As he goes over there, slap the hands down of Jonah Williams, and then it's a free run at Joe Burrow. What a huge play as they were working their way down, trying to get 7 points on the board. Now you got to be very careful with the football. If you're Joe Burrow, make sure you get points out of this.
Cincinnati took their second timeout. As they're moving downfield, they're down 8-0. 53 seconds to play before halftime. 3rd and 14 facing Cincinnati. Bengals come in, having won 2 straight and 4 of 5, but getting a good Cleveland effort tonight. Browns lead 8-0 before half. 3rd and 14 as Burrow and the Bengals, after the interception on a congested pocket, have the ball at the 34 of Cleveland in the gun. 3rd and 14. 6 in the Cleveland secondary. 4-man rush, shotgun snap, dumps it off to P. Ryan, gets a block at the 35, near side 30, tackled around the ankles at the 29, running to the near sideline. Deion Jones got him with the catch and run of 5. It'll be 4th down and 9. And the ball will go down to the 29-yard line of the Cleveland Browns for Cincinnati. They're going to go for it.
What? They're not going to go for it.
Well,
please tell me you're not going to go for it.
4th
Take the
and
points.
9.
Go into the half.
Yeah, it's only 8-0. Right. And there's a timeout on the field. We'll step aside. Our clock here in the first half at 35 seconds. 8-0 Cleveland. Cincinnati is threatening. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1. Did you know Hulu Plus Live TV is the ultimate entertainment package that you need this football season? It has over 75 live channels with sports like NFL games, plus Hulu's entire streaming library. On top of that, it now comes with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. More content to watch. With unlimited DVR at no additional cost, you can record your favorite shows. It's like cable, only better. Live TV plan required, restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN Plus content via Hulu. Learn more at Hulu.com. They're going to go for 3. They were hearing Kurt Warner up here just in disbelief on a 4th and 9. Their offense was out there and a timeout was taken, but they're going to go for the field goal.
The Bengals coaches were listening to us, too. Like you said, all the coaches were listening to us.
Well, they are. They could be down there.
Somebody would say, hey, Kevin and Kirk said, kick the field goal here.
They got those
Take the momentum into the half.
Here's a 47-yard field goal for the Bengals to get on the board. Evan McPherson has had a terrific season. 47-yard field goal. On the grass, on the near hash, little wind, good snap, ball put down, right-footed kick is away, and it is no good, wide right from 47 yards. And the Browns hold, and the shutout is there, and Cincinnati is going to leave, it looks like the first half, scoreless. Missed 47-yard field goal.
A lot of missed opportunities already with the turnovers. Missed kick right there. Now they're saying you guys should probably be quiet up there.
Well, no, they're not.
So you go for it on 4th down.
Well,
no, that was the right decision.
It was the right decision
with that kicker that they have. But man, nothing going in the Bengals' direction tonight.
Stay tuned at halftime for Rich Eisen. He'll be joined by Westwood 1 and Eagles analyst Ross Tucker. That's coming up at the half. So Brissett is 1st and 10 after the missed Cincinnati field goal at his own Cleveland 37. In the gun, 4 wide, shotgun snap, drops back, 4-man rush, dumps it up the middle. It's caught by a spinning Hunt at the 40 on the hash mark 45. He's up to the Cleveland 49. Tackled on the logo, picks up 11. It is a first down and a timeout taken. Bengals had one, Cleveland had one. Cleveland takes their last remaining timeout right there. They're up near midfield on the 11-yard catch and run by Hunt.
I like the play call, nice safe call, see if you can move the football, but I'd rather them call 2 plays in the huddle. You get a completion, you get a first down, have another play called and not use one of your timeouts. Was that their last timeout that they used right there?
Yes, it
not
was.
Use your last timeout right there. You drop back, you get a chance to throw the ball down the field, put yourself in field goal range, not have to panic and run your guys out there.
What do you think so far?
I think the Browns put forth a good effort, but we've seen this a number of times this year, right?
Yes.
That they've come out good, they've played well, they've been in a lot of close games, but they haven't been able to finish. That's going to be the key, obviously, in the second half.
Right tackle is out. Conklin on the sideline, hobbled. James Hudson has just come in the game for the Browns, who have a 1st and 10 on their logo at their own 49. Moving right to left in the gun, 5 wide, shotgun snap, 5-man rush, line drive down the middle on a knee. It is caught by David Bell. He's down to the 37-yard line of Cincinnati, 13-yard catch right there. Clock down to 20, no Cleveland timeouts. And Brissett is under center. He gets the ball on a snap, and he quickly spikes it. He'll clock it, so it'll be 2nd down. The clock is stopped with 16 seconds before halftime.
Well, now this becomes interesting, right? Is it 16 seconds left? You got to make sure that if you throw it, probably getting it out of bounds here, kind of pushing it to go. 16 seconds, get a completion, get up there and clock the ball. It's right there on the fringe. Got to be smart. Make sure you get the ball out quick if you're Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett has had a nice first half, 11 of 15, 153. He has been picked off, but the pocket was crumbling. There's also been a pick by Burrow. 2nd down, 10. Cleveland at the 37 of Cincinnati. Shotgun snap, 5 wide. Here comes a 5-man rush. Brissett moves up, and now he's running. He breaks a tackle at the 40. He's hit from behind. The ball goes skittering out of bounds. On the far sideline, he was hit. And like that old shot at Kenny Stabler going down as he was hit before his knee hit, he threw the ball wobbling out of bounds, far sideline. It is now 3rd and 10, and right now, if they try the field goal, from here about 55 yards for Cade York.
Good job there by Jacoby Brissett. Jay Hill had him around the waist. Thought he was going to go down and take a sack, which is the last thing you wanted. Able to just get the ball out. Kind of surprised that they're taking another throw right here. But again, got to come out quick. Got to be smart with the football. Throw it away if you don't have anything right away.
9 seconds before halftime. 3rd and 10. 37 of Cincinnati. Shotgun snap and a line drive pass near side. No one home. Incomplete. Out of bounds. Sailing over the Bengal bench on the near side below us here at the 30-yard line of Cincinnati. And so the clock at 4 seconds with an 8-0 Cleveland lead. And Cade York is on the field once again to try a field goal. He had one blocked earlier from 53. And this one is going to be, we think, from about 55. Yes.
This will be huge.
All
the momentum was with the Browns. Then you get the interception. If you're the Bengals, you start moving the football, feeling like you can get that momentum back before half, and you miss a field goal. Now the Browns turning around on a couple plays and have a chance to go up 2 scores.
Cleveland with a 55-yard field goal. Ball put down. Right-footed kick is away end over end. It is good. 55-yarder. Zeros on the clock. Halftime is here. And the Browns get 3 out of that late first half possession and lead it 11-0 over Cincinnati.
Man, it's crazy when you have certain matchups in this league. Talk about records a lot, but sometimes it's just about matchups. You mentioned Joe Burrow has struggled against this Browns team throughout his career, and he's struggling once again tonight.
All right, with that 55-yard field goal, we want to remind you that for every field goal made tonight and throughout the season, Barbasol is going to make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol shaving cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. The Browns get 11 points in the final 5 minutes of the first half. A 55-yard field goal, a 3-yard touchdown run by Chubb. 2 turnovers in the first half by the Bengals. 11-0 at the half, the Browns. When we come back, Rich Eisen rejoins us from our Los Angeles studios with the halftime report. From Cleveland, you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Okay, smile naturally. Perfect.
Camp's Photography knows wedding season ramps up in a flash.
Smidge closer.
They need to say I do to a studio assistant before clients go full bridezilla.
I'm so sorry. I have to get a different lens. I'll be right back.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Young people with developmental disabilities deserve every chance for a full and active life, but it can be difficult to balance their day-to-day needs with their lifetime of potential. Hi, I'm Kurt Warner. My wife Brenda and I started Treasure House, a community for young adults with developmental disabilities who have the potential to grow and thrive in the right environment. It's designed not just to be a place to live, but to truly be a home. Join us in supporting these young adults by making a contribution today. Visit treasurehouse.org. That's treasurehouse.org.
Welcome back to the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Rich Eisen. Progressive Insurance gives you protection on the phone, online, or on the app 24/7 because things happen 24/7. Get a quote at Progressive.com. We're at halftime of Monday Night Football, and just like everybody drew it up, the score is Cleveland 11, Cincinnati nothing. A couple turnovers for the Browns defense. Myles Garrett has just been an absolute trick, and then also a treat for Cleveland Browns fans. The trick for the Cincinnati Bengals, obviously, with a huge first half. Joe Burrow's turned it over twice, as I mentioned. To talk about this and everything else going on in the National Football League is the host of the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, and their brand new episode can be seen right now or listened to right now where all podcasts are acquired. Ross Tucker joining us from the game. How are you doing, Ross?
Rich, fantastic, man. Always good to talk with you.
Good to chat with you. What are your impressions of the first half here, Ross?
Kind of wild. You can tell that the Bengals are really missing Jamar Chase. That's a significant loss for them. They've been playing so well offensively the last couple weeks, in large part because Burrow was driving the ball down the field to Chase, and without him, they seem lost. I mean, this is not a dominant Browns defense. In fact, a lot of people in Cleveland feel like Joe Woods, the defensive coordinator, should be fired, and yet he has helped lead the Browns to a shutout of Joe Burrow and the Bengals offensively so far in the first half. You know, turnovers back and forth, missed kicks, but at the end of the day, or at least the end of the night, the Browns are up 11-0 right now because the Bengals can't score.
And the Browns are going to get the ball first to start the second half and can actually add to this lead. Meanwhile, there has been an addition in the AFC North, a huge trade pulled off by the Ravens today. 1 week ago, Roquan Smith was winning on Monday Night Football for the Bears. Now he's a member of the Ravens. How do you see that one affecting things in the AFC North moving forward?
Well, it kind of makes sense for both teams, right? The Chicago Bears realize they're not going anywhere this year, and I think they pretty much, Rich, decided they're not going to be able to re-sign Roquan Smith. I don't know what happened in the summer, but clearly he was not happy there. They weren't able to come to any type of agreement regarding the compensation. So the Bears wanted to get something for him while he had value rather than having him leave in free agency. And I think the Ravens realize they have a great opportunity to not only win the division that they're leading in the AFC North, but also be in the mix. I think most of us believe that the Bills and the Chiefs are the two best teams in the AFC. But if you look at the next team, if you will, Rich, I think it is the Ravens. I think the Ravens realized what happened last year when the Bengals probably were the third best team behind the Bills and the Chiefs, ended up going to the Super Bowl. So I think the Bills and the Chiefs are still probably the best teams, but the Ravens wanted to make sure they gave themselves every opportunity to make a run this year while they have Roquan and while they have Lamar Jackson under contract.
And we'll be seeing, or we'll be listening to, the Ravens and the Saints on Monday Night Football in week number 9 as the capper right here on Westwood One. You're calling the next game on Westwood One, which is Philadelphia at Houston. Houston still having nightmares of Derrick Henry coming at them yesterday, and now here comes that Eagles rushing attack with the long, big chunk play passing game all intact with Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. Do you see the Eagles going deep into this season, still undefeated, Ross?
You know, I think, Rich, that they'll lose at some point. You know, I do the Eagles preseason games on TV, and I do their pregame on the radio, and I think they'll lose. But you look at their schedule, and it's kind of hard to pick the game they're going to lose, to be honest with you, because they don't have a very tough schedule. Now, this is the NFL. They're not going 17-0. They'll lose one of them, but I'd be surprised if it's Thursday night. You never know with turnovers or whatever. They are a really good team. I think Howie Roseman has compiled the best roster in the NFL. I'm not sure they're the best team just because of how good Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are, although, you know, quite frankly, I think Jalen Hurts is probably right up there with Mahomes behind Josh Allen in the MVP race. I thought he would be better this year. He has been so much better than I think anybody realized Hurts could play.
And they made the acquisition of Robert Quinn. The Bears' fire sale started with him. And, again, we'll see him on the field against the Houston Texans on Thursday night. Ross, appreciate the time, sir. On the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, you can get more pearls of Ross Tucker wisdom by listening at your convenience at westwoodonesports.com/Ross Tucker. And, of course, Ross will be in the booth on Thursday Night Football between the Eagles and the Houston Texans. The halftime score of this one in Cleveland is the home team up 11-0. This is Westwood One coverage of the National Football League.
This is Miles with Larry's Heating and Cooling. It's gonna get cold. Gas rates are high, but Larry's can help. If you purchase a furnace and AC, we'll upgrade the AC to a heat pump for free. Combine that with tax credits up to $2,000, Lennox rebate up to $1,200, a Lennox instant rebate up to $500, and up to $1,000 in utility rebates on heat pumps in certain rural areas. This is a great time to buy, so call us today. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, Ref!
That's simple human sense.
Ask Todd, Chad, or Roger at Smith Insurance in Yankton if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, I'm Tyler Reiser.
And I'm Tyler Moore.
We are service technicians at Kalen's Indoor Comfort. Let's clear the air. HVAC is our passion, and Tyler and I believe we are the highest trained technicians in Vermilion. We can service your heating and cooling systems for every season and in between.
We recommend routine preventative maintenance to extend the life of your system and prevent costly breakdowns.
Or, if you are experiencing a problem, we can help.
So give us a call at 605-624-5618.
When you want comfort, you want Kalen's.
Yankton Motorsports is home to Can-Am, Kawasaki, Arctic Cat, and Sea-Doo. You'll find Yankton Motorsports at 4306 West 8th Street on the way to the lake in Yankton. From sales to service, it's all under one roof. When you need repairs for your ride, call Yankton Motorsports. Set up an appointment. Doesn't matter what ride you're riding, you can take it to Yankton Motorsports and they'll get it done. Tires to tie rods, shocks to struts. It's Yankton Motorsports on the way to the lake, Yankton.
Brissett runs away. It's going to be a direct snap, a wildcat snap. It goes to Chubb. He gets the ball. He runs over the guard. On the half mark, in for 6. Cleveland has scored. Nick Chubb on the wildcat. 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken an early 6-0 lead over Cincinnati.
That's Kevin Harlan on the call, and then Nick Chubb would add the 2-point conversion. Yeah, they didn't go for the extra point. They went for 2, and Nick Chubb popped that one in to go give Cleveland an 8-0 lead. And then Cleveland added a field goal right before the end of the half after Cincinnati missed a field goal. It's just been a bunch of miscues for Cincinnati. Their first drive started with an interception, then 3 consecutive punts. Joe Burrow had one knocked away in the pocket for a fumble, then that missed field goal, and Cleveland has capitalized on its opportunities to go up 11-0, and they got the ball to start the second half. It's 11-0 Cleveland. Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner will have the second half kickoff when we return. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Yeah, I mean, did you hear that guy talking so fast? I couldn't even understand what he was saying.
Let's talk. I like it.
Welcome back to Cleveland along with Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner. I'm Kevin Harlan. You're listening to Monday Night Football tonight here in Ohio. The Battle of Ohio. Bengals and Browns 11-0 as we're going to the second half with Cleveland leading the defending conference champion Bengals. Let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by Indeed, making the hiring process work for you with Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution. You can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Let's start first with the Browns. Brissett, 11-16, 153. That was not ruled an interception. It was ruled a fumble. Late there in the first half, when we had a hard time because there were so many players around the quarterback, couldn't tell who had the ball, and it was eventually Davis Gaither who came out of the pack and had it, but it was a fumble. Brissett through the air, 11-16, 153. Burrow, 15-20, 103. Chubb on the ground, 9 for 40. 11-0 the score. Cleveland on top. What do you think of the second half here, Kurt?
Well, it was really about mistakes more than anything in the first half. Nobody could really get anything going, and when they did, it was a turnover here, turnover there. The one long drive by Cleveland, and they did a nice job of capitalizing there at the end of the half. But for me, you got to protect the football, and we got to see who's going to make a big play. Hasn't really been many big plays in this game, which has really become what the Bengals are known for.
Cincinnati's going to kick off. McPherson trotting to the ball, swinging his right leg through. He kicks it to our right. Winless night here in Cleveland. It lands 5 yards deep in the middle of the end zone, bounces out. It'll be a touchback to the 25. And to Ernest Johnson, watch it sail over his head. So here's that interesting thing about deferring to the second half. Browns had it for a field goal in the last possession of the first half. Now they get it the first possession of the second half.
And there is nothing better than when you can double up. You gain the momentum going into the half with the field goal. You get the ball, and if you can turn around and put points on the board again, man, it's such a big confidence boost for your offense.
All right, the Browns in their brown jerseys and orange pants and orange helmets, lining up at the 25. Brissett is under center with that white number 7 on that brown jersey. Crouched under his center, 1st and 10, snap, spin from his own 25. Gives to Chubb, runs laterally on the 25, up the near sideline as he was kind of sidestepping his way by defenders. Got to the 30 of the Browns and picks up a little more than 5, close to 6 yards on that first down run.
Just tremendous patience. Patience, hop, come inside the defensive end, just wait and feel for the hole. This time it's out the front side, bounces around the edge. Nice game.
It is 2nd down and 4 from the 30 of the Browns. Handoff, Brissett to Chubb over the right tackle. Carries a body on his back like a mule, and he's out to the 35-yard line of the Browns and picks up 4 on the play. He's very close to a first down, probably the length of a football shy. So they're going to give him the first. It looks like right here they're going to move the chains. It is, I think, a first down, but let's see. In fact, now they've stopped play. The officials over there looking at the spot. And they're going to... All right.
3rd down.
3rd down and 1. And less than 1, actually.
Probably come back with the quarterback sneak once again, but I like the play calls here by Kevin Stefanski. He's gone in and said, hey, we're going to feed Nick Chubb. That is going to be what we're going to do. We're going to take our shots with play action at some point here in the second half, but they continue to come out. Not a lot of Kareem Hunt. It's been all about number 24.
35-yard line at Cleveland. Under center is Brissett. Tried to do the quarterback sneak. He was stuck, but he's moving the pile. Pushed by Conklin, the right tackle, and they give him a gain of 1.5 yards over the right side. Maybe a 2-yard gain put him at the 37 of Cleveland. A first down on the quarterback sneak on 3rd and 1.
That was interesting because his forward progress was definitely stopped.
Normally they stop.
Yeah, I thought the whistle was going to blow.
Yep.
Officials come walking in there, and all of a sudden he comes bursting out for a couple extra yards.
It's a shotgun snap on 1st and 10 for the Browns at their own 37, and a handoff out of the gun. Went to Chubb and no gain. Running over the center, 2nd down and 10 coming up for Cleveland, leading 11-0 early in the second half.
You see Cleveland just dropping more white bodies into that box in between the tackles there. They've come to realize, okay, Kevin Stefanski, this is what he's doing, but it's going to leave one-on-one on the outside. So your guys on the outside are going to have to hold up when they take that shot down the field.
Browns 37, Brissett under center. Cooper in motion, 2nd down 10. Snappy drops back 7, throws over the rush. Lateral throw caught by Chubb on the 30. Far sideline 35. Running to the far sideline, got to the Cleveland 40-yard line and picks up 3 after all of that. On the short lateral throw, it's now 3rd and 7 for the Browns.
Good job getting rid of that football, trying to get Amari Cooper on that corner route that they'd thrown on 3rd down in the first half for the big play. Quick pressure came, had to just dump it off. The Bengals got him where they want him in 3rd and long.
Chubb has caught 2. Here's back to throw. 3rd and 7. Winding up. Pump faking once. Going long. And caught on the knee sideline. Peoples-Jones 40. Down to the Cincinnati 35. He caught it and no one was around him. He caught it on a knee like it was genuflecting in church. And he got the ball. No one touched him. He bolts back up. Springs back up. Picks up 25. And he runs down to the 35 of Cincinnati.
He was wide open the whole time. Jacoby Brissett made a pump fake as if he was going to throw the deep post that was double covered. Nice job pulling the ball back and finding the wide open Peoples-Jones.
Now Kareem Hunt has come in. Brissett under center. Bengal 34. 3 wide. Gets the snap. 4-man rush. Handoff. Hunt, right tackle. Stopped as he got to the line of scrimmage. May have nudged his way for a half yard and no more. It'll be 2nd down, long 9. We have 11 and a half. The clock ticking in the 3rd with the Browns on top, 11-0.
I think Kareem Hunt is an excellent running back. It started on a lot of teams, but it's still different when it's him running versus Nick Chubb.
Yeah, it is.
It just looks so much smoother and connected when Nick Chubb's back there.
You're saying it's the difference between a sledgehammer and a hammer, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
33
makes sense.
33 is Cincinnati. Brissett under center. 2nd down, long 9. 2 tight ends. Snap. He spins to his left. Hands off to Hunt. Over the guard on the hash mark. Corkscrewing his way between the hash marks to the 30. Picking up 3. Then he was hit there hard on the play. Now 3rd down coming up. Pausing now 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. Coast to coast and around the world, this is Westwood 1, your home for the NFL and Monday Night Football.
ESPN 101.5, AM 1570, KVTK, Vermilion, Yankton, a proud service of 5 Star Communications.
Chubb back in, shotgun formation, 3rd and 6 for the Browns, Cincinnati 30-yard line. 9th play of the drive, shotgun snap, handoff Chubb, gets the ball, cuts outside 30, near side 25-20, to the near sideline 15-10, run out of bounds. Angling out of play, a burst right there by Nick Chubb. 21 yards the hard way. Coming to the near side. He's down to the 9, 1st and goal to go, Cleveland, as the Browns are back in the CDW red zone. CDW people who get it.
Well, that's what I love. You're in 3rd and 5. How many teams in the league are going to hand it off on 3rd and 5? Not very many, but Kevin Stefanski comes into the night going, hey, we're going to live and die by Nick Chubb, and that's what can happen. Big 29-yard gain on 3rd down.
1st and goal at the 9. Brissett is under center. 3 wide, 2 tight ends. He gets the snap and hands off to Chubb. Gets a block. He's on the hash mark to the 5. Digs his way to the 3. May have lunged to the 2 between the hash marks. Right up the gut into the teeth of that Cincinnati defense. Picks up 6. Second down and goal with the Browns leading 11-0. We're approaching 9 to play in the third quarter.
Keep feeding him. Keep feeding him.
He's got 76 yards on the ground.
And it just never seems like it's, an explosive night for him, but he just keeps chunking away, and he keeps getting better and better throughout the evening.
Second down goal inside the 3 of the Bengals. Under center for Brissett. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff, drops back 7, moves up, runs to the near side, the 5, pump fakes at the 3, dives to the pylon. That is a touchdown! Jacoby Brissett with a touchdown run, 3 yards, and Cleveland is gone up 17-0 over the Bengals here on Halloween.
Nice play right there. They were running a double cross concept, trying to get Amari Cooper in the back corner one-on-one. Got hung up a little bit crossing the field. Jacoby's able to get out on the edge. That big body reach across the pylon for the touchdown.
Second touchdown run by Brissett this season. Second touchdown run by the Browns tonight. Here is the extra point. Perfect by York to our left. And a new score with the Cleveland Browns having lost 4 in a row and trying to save their season over the defending conference champions. Our clock is at 8:57 in the third, and the Browns are on top, 18-0 over Cincinnati. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
No matter your job, no matter your routine, think about how important your feet are to your quality of life. Foot disorders or foot pain affects absolutely everything you do. Your feet contain 26 bones, 33 joints, and a network of more than 100 tendons, muscles, and ligaments. And to give them the attention they deserve, you should go to the experts. Avera Medical Group Podiatry Yankton has the experience and technology to diagnose and provide the care needed to keep you on your feet. Call Avera Medical Group Podiatry Yankton at 877-256-8973 to learn more. Live better. Live balanced. Avera.
Hi, this is Chris Redrick.
And Jeff Sage.
We are Kalen's Indoor Comfort Service Technician.
And lifelong residents of the Yankton area.
If you are experiencing a problem with your furnace,
or just need a preventive maintenance, we are here for you 24/7.
Remember, most breakdowns can be prevented with regular maintenance.
So join the club.
The Comfort Club. Get peace of mind, increase your comfort, and save 15%. So give us a call at 665-4348.
When you want comfort, you want Kalen's.
Cold beer and good food. You can find both in a lot of places. What makes Bert's Bar and Beersford special is the atmosphere. The bartenders are friendly and love to chat up to their customers. They also have TVs everywhere, so your favorite game is always close to your table. So whether it's family dinner from our extensive menu or home-cooked food items or watching the game with your friends, Bert's Bar is the place to be. Bert's Bar, between the Super 8 and Dollar General in Beersford.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, Access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online, too, at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Stop, a 3-yard touchdown run by their quarterback in the first half, a 3-yard touchdown run by Nick Chubb. And now the Browns are going to kick off, and Kurt Warner, they get the last score of the first half and the first score of the second half.
Well, that's exactly how you want to play it. And great job at the end of the first half with a couple quick completions and getting that kick, and then a great drive right there, again, with their main man, Nick Chubb, leading the way. Love the game plan tonight. The Browns team is playing the way they've played numerous times. They just got to finish.
Browns kick off, and Chris Evans lets it go over his head to the end zone to our left. Touchback to the 25, and here comes Joe Burrow down 18-zip with a 1st and 10. Later on, we'll select the defender of the game, sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, the DOD, veterans, and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Joe Burrow He is lining up in the shotgun formation with the 1st and 10. Mixon off his hip, shotgun snap from his own 25, hands to Mixon over the right guard on the hash, and ahead he goes for 4 to the Cincinnati 29.
Well, they got to get going. Their first drive of the game was their best drive of the game. Moving the football down the field, spreading out this Cleveland defense, getting the ball out of Joe Burrow's hands quickly. All until that tip pass by Myles Garrett in the interception, they were moving the football down the field. Since then, they've really struggled to get anything going.
Bengals have only rushed for 23 yards so far in this one. Burrow lines up in the gun, moving from our left to our right in the natural grass here in Cleveland from the 29 of Cincinnati. 2nd down 6. Shotgun snap, left tackle block, dumps it off in the near side, dropped by a twirling running back, Mixon, and he was free to roam on the near side. Incomplete. 3rd and 6 for the Bengals, trailing 18-0.
The Browns bring pressure, exactly what you want. Get the ball out quickly, just back to the inside a little bit, forcing Joe Mixon to have to spin all the way around to make the catch. A catch that he makes a million times, but a little bit off target leads to that incompletion.
Pirine is in as the running back. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Into 6 defensive backs, 3rd and 6. Here comes the rush, and down he goes. He's sacked on the play by linebacker Deion Jones. On the hash, back at the Bengal 21. It's the 4th sack for the Cleveland Browns. Burrow is sacked as any quarterback is in football. Losing 8. It's 4th and 14. Here comes the Bengal punting unit.
Well, they ran a twist. Defensive end, defensive tackle on the left side of the offensive line come darting inside. The linebacker squeezes all the way around to the outside. Nobody can get back out to touch him. He's got a free run right at Joe Burrow.
Cincinnati is going to punt from our left to our right. Huber gets a high long snap, and a left-footed punt is low. Peoples-Jones gets it on a line drive at the 30, up the middle, the 35, breaks a tackle, then is tripped up and hits the deck at the 40-yard line of the Cleveland Browns on a 52-yard punt with a hang of 3.97 and a return of 11 yards. Jacoby Brissett and Nick Chubb and the Browns lead it 18-0 midway through the 3rd on Halloween. And let's step aside. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Today on Hey Culligan, why does your team stink? Here's Coach Waters.
Hey Culligan, yeah, my team stinks.
Ooh, harsh.
No, I mean they stink. They won't hit the showers because it makes their skin all dry and itchy.
Coach, it sounds like your guys have been hit hard by hard water.
You kidding me? Hard water?
Yep, so let's call an audible in the form of 1 Culligan Smart High-Efficiency Water Softener to get the smooth back in their skin and the stink out of your team.
Okay, Culligan, I'm putting you in.
Coach, we're already on the way. Kick things off with a free in-home water test from a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Blue 42, 53 is the line. Burrito, hut,
In football, sometimes you have to call an audible. We feel the same way about financial planning. With Fidelity Wealth Management, your dedicated advisor will work with you to create a personalized plan for your full financial picture. And as your needs change, they'll help you make adjustments so you can stay on target. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Capri, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the chicken. They actually put it on the grill, cooked it in the sauce. It's definitely a good grilled spicy sandwich.
Order a Grilled Spicy Deluxe sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for the testimonial.
Introducing Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream, paying homage to the original invented over 100 years ago. This new non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a winning shave experience.
Barbasol. Back in Cleveland, time to check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Thursday night, we will be in Houston with the Eagles and the Texans. Sunday night at Arrowhead with the Titans and the Chiefs. And next Monday night, we'll be in New Orleans for the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. Did you know that Hulu Plus Live TV has over 75 live channels with sports like NFL games? It also now comes with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately. Learn more at Hulu.com. A punt on the first second half possession for the Bengals, and Cleveland takes over with an 18-0 lead here in the third at their own 41st and 10.
Can one player have this big of an impact on a football team? You know, we've been talking about the Bengals and how good they've been over the last couple weeks and how good Joe Burrow has been. Take out Jamar Chase, and they have really struggled to create anything down the field.
On his own 40 and under center, Brissett gets the snap and spins and hands off, and it goes to Hunt, who is stoned at the line of scrimmage and no gain on the play. Running over the left guard. In fact, he may have lost a half yard. Back to the Cleveland 39. Second down, long 10.
You start to see the Bengals selling out to stop the run because there's been a heavy dose of Nick Chubb. Be ready for that play-action deep shot at some point.
Let's call it second 11. 39 at Cleveland. Shotgun snap and a quick throw up the middle. Caught by Peoples-Jones. Grabbed the ball against his chest. On the logo. Hit the deck on the hash at the 49 of Cincinnati. A pickup of 12 on second and 10. And a Cleveland first down.
Nice read there by Jacoby Brissett. See the linebacker grab his underneath route. Get up over the top. Doing a really nice job tonight.
49-yard line of Cincinnati. Cleveland first and 10. Brissett under center. Got the spin. Got the snap and spins right. And he'll hand off here. And again, it's Hunt. And no gain on the play. Falling forward again over the left guard. They'll stay at the Cincinnati 49. A clock here in the third ticking. And approaching 6 to play with an 18-0 Cleveland lead.
Well, that's the other thing that's beautiful about your offense being a run-first offense is that you keep the clock ticking.
Yes.
You can, limit the number of possessions that Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense get by running the football.
Second down, 10, Cincinnati 49. Brissett in the gun, 3 wide, shotgun snap, delayed handoff. Hunt got a block by the left tackle, 50 on the numbers, the 40, down to the 35 of Cincinnati, upended on the play, and then puts the ball down and looks at the crowd and gives that muscle man grimace as he says that was a hard-earned 15, and he gets it. He's to the 34-yard line of Cincinnati. You know it like the Hulk. You remember the Hulk?
Yes, I know exactly. Yeah. He's just not green, but
right. No,
everything else looks just like the Hulk.
Yeah. He's at the 34.
Busting out of his shirt. His quads are blowing up his pants. I know what you're saying. Exactly.
Exactly. That description's a little too... They're from the 34 now of Cincinnati. Cleveland first and 10. Brissett under center. Hand off to Chubb, and he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage by the torpedo that is Mike Hilton coming off the edge. And no gain on the play. They'll stay at the 34 of the Bengals. 15-yard run by Chubb. That was a beauty, and they are rather by Hunt, and they're resting Chubb as we speak on the sideline.
And you're watching the Bengals start to blitz more, start to attack a little bit more. That's where you have the propensity to give up the big play on the outside. It's when you're trying to sell out and stop this run.
Brissett under center, second down 10 from the 34 Cincinnati. Gets the snap, takes the half, curls and throws. Down the side over the shoulder, catch 15 by Cooper. He's on to the 10, far sideline, knocked out of bounds near the Cincinnati 5. On the far sideline, make it the 6, 28-yard catch and run. First and goal to go for the Browns. Back in the CDW red zone. CDW, people who get it.
Well, there it is. You get a little more antsy having to stop the run, wanting to attack the line of scrimmage. So you come back with the play action, deep cross by Amari Cooper, wide open for the big play inside the 10.
Cooper's had a big night, 3 catches for 74 yards. Chubb on the ground, 14 for 76. Hunt is in the backfield, first and goal, 7-yard line of Cincinnati. Snap to the Cleveland quarterback, pitches out to Hunt, walking ahead over the tackle, the 10, the 5 on the near side, and outside the numbers to the 5 on a gain of 2. Since he played it well, Kareem Hunt picks up 2. Second down and goal for the Browns, who lead at 18-0, and the clock is under 4 and ticking here in the third.
And we talked about the limited possessions that you're going to get. So key here for the Bengals to hold them to a field goal, hold them to a 3-score game. I'm not sure you're getting enough possessions to be able to come back down 4 scores.
Cleveland with 116 on the ground. Second down goal. Inside the 5 of Cincinnati. Brissett in the gun, arms at his side. He's got 3 wide, gets the snap, held high, looks to the left, arching spiral in the end zone, over the shoulder catch in the back corner. It is caught. It is a touchdown. Amari Cooper with the grab on the pylon, back near side corner. And Cleveland has built their lead to 24-0 over Cincinnati late in the third quarter.
Well, Awuzie went down with a knee injury in the first half. These two big plays on this drive have come against his replacement in Flowers. And great patience there by Amari Cooper, selling the slant to the inside, giving a couple hard moves, getting Flowers to jump inside, then going back to the pylon. And a good throw there by Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, Trey Flowers is in there. Rougier is out. Here is the extra point with 3:10 to play in the third. Cade York, ball put down, and the kick is away, and a line drive is good. An ugly-looking extra point, but it counts. And it's 25-0. The Browns over the Bengals. Cooper and Hunt combining for 48 yards on that drive. Cooper catching the over-the-shoulder touchdown throw from Brissett. And we'll step aside here in Cleveland as you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
2000, 2008, 2022. When it comes to the economy, those are some scary years. .com crash, housing crash, and the roller coaster we're going through right now. It's a dangerous time to not know your numbers. But over 31,000 businesses have the confidence and clarity they need because they rely on NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, improve margins. Everything you need all in one place. So, how do you prepare for uncertain times? The answer, NetSuite. NetSuite helps you identify rising costs, automate your business processes, and easily see where to save money. That's why 93% of customers say they improved their visibility and control when they upgraded to NetSuite. What are you waiting for? NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown. netsuite.com/touchdown.
When you love riding a motorcycle, you want to ride it everywhere, even to a physical.
Let's check your weight. Hop on the scale. Look at that. You're down a few pounds.
Oh, yeah. Must be the new carbon fiber wheels.
And when you love saving money, you want to save even more. That's why Geico makes it easy to bundle your motorcycle and car insurance.
I'm going to prescribe 91 octane for your engine knock, and we'll want to see you again in 3,000 miles.
Kickstart your savings with Geico Motorcycle. Bundle and save on the things you love.
It's pro time because at Lowe's, it's Provember. Save big with inventory you can count on, like Flex products or DeWalt Power Tools starting at just $99. Plus, Lowe's MVPs members earn up to 3 times bonus points per dollar on select items. Save all Provember long. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. MVPs Pro Rewards Program. Terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty Terms. Subject to change. Prices valid from 10/17/22 to 2/3/23 or until supplies last.
Audible is where you'll find the best stories on sports and entertainment. It's the home of storytelling. Listen to audiobooks, originals, and podcasts, including The Rich Eisen Show. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com. Well, it is Halloween, and weird stuff happens, and I don't think anybody foresaw this. The kickoff by Cleveland. It'll be taken by the running back, Evans, inside the numbers to 7, on the numbers to 15 to 20, cuts to the sideline, 25, and down about the 27, 28-yard line of Cincinnati. 22-yard return, and Joe Burrow's out there, 15 to 21, 103. He's been picked off once, and he's down by 25 points.
Well, and we know there's great parity in the league, so you're not surprised when anybody comes out and beats someone else, but the nature by which Cleveland is dominating this football game.
Cincinnati has yet to read themselves into the red zone tonight. That has been a story. First and 10 from the 27, crumbling pocket. He throws the ball. It was deflected as he was in complete duress, and Burrow had that ball deflected and incomplete. And up the middle, Togiai was pressuring the pocket, but it was also being pinched on the side, and Burrow had no place to go. It's incomplete, second down and 10.
Maybe this is all about your mojo. Didn't you have a blowout game yesterday?
In New
Orleans. It wasn't
Orleans.
supposed to be a blowout game?
No.
Like New Orleans and Vegas?
That was stunning.
And it's following you around this weekend.
Can you believe the Raiders did not cross midfield until 2 minutes left in the game? Second down and 10, shotgun snap to Burrow, throws a line drive far side with a twisting helmet high catch by the tight end Hayden Hurst on the far sideline, and quickly run out of bounds at about the 36-yard line of Cincinnati. And on the play, he picks up 9. And so it'll be, 3rd and 1. Every Westwood One football broadcast this season is now available on all Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports. That's Open Westwood One Sports to Alexa. 3rd down and 1. And Burrow by himself in the gun, 5 wide. At his 36. The Bengal 36. Shotgun snap. Drops back 3. Right tackle block. Flag is thrown. Backpedals. Sets. Gets another block. Flush from the pocket. Running to the hash. Running to the numbers. Running to the near side and running out of bounds. Oh, they had a big body chasing him. Taven Bryan. And you cannot stop that quick. That's like a runaway train. And it needed a long path to land.
Offside. Defense number 90. 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
Jadeveon Clowney, who was on there initially, forcing that pocket to change its form by the second.
It looked like Joe Burrow thought that he had that penalty anyway, so he got back there and he was bouncing around right off the bat. I was wondering why he was so impatient. I think he was wanting to let his guys get down the field and see if he could steal a deep shot there. Fortunately, couldn't find anybody. Had to take off and run.
Burrow is in the huddle and gasping for air as he is barking out the play in the huddle. Now he kind of sits, and you can even see him kind of heaving up and down. I can, yes I can. 1st and 10, 40 of Cincinnati. Again a crumbling pocket. He pump fakes and then throws a wobbly pass down the middle, and it was caught on the play by Trenton Irwin, who was just called off the practice squad. Caught it on a dive between the hash marks at the Cleveland 41. It's an 18-yard pickup and a first down for Cincinnati. Burrow made that happen as he was craftily moving up that disintegrating pocket.
You can see all that.
I can see all that stuff.
Like that.
I don't. They're not
nice job.
It's called eyesight. We all have it. There it is, and you just look through your eyes, and boom. Oh, you just see it.
It's a long way down there.
1st and 10.
But I trust you.
41 at Cleveland. Shotgun snap and a handoff to the Cincinnati running back. And that's Mixon over the center, angling over the guard. Got 5 down to the 35-yard line of the Browns, who lead it with under a minute to play and the clock ticking in the 3rd. 25-0 over Cincinnati. Don't miss all the NFL action this Thursday night on Amazon Prime Video, Eagles-Texans. You can also hear that game right here on Westwood One, 7:30 Eastern. It's 2nd down and 4 at the 35 of Cleveland for Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow with the shotgun snap in time and a sidearm short throw caught by Mixon. 35 goes to the 30 outside the numbers. Hit so hard his mouthpiece flew out of his mouth like a boxer in the ring. And he's down to the 25 of the Browns, angling to the near side, picks up 11 on that short pass and a first down for Cincinnati.
And now you're in 4-down territory, down 25-0. You're going to keep chunking it, but they got to find a way to get into the end zone here.
24-yard line at Cleveland, 1st down and 10, shotgun snap. Cincinnati quarterback throws, and the ball deflected as he threw laterally, and quickly Mixon is over there to try to jump on the ball because it could have been interpreted that it was thrown backwards, but it was thrown laterally along the 30. But as we're looking at it again, it was tipped by Isaiah Thomas, knocked off stride, and it's incomplete. And the fact it was tipped makes it a difference.
Once it's tipped, right?
Yep.
Ball going forward, doesn't matter where it lands at that
now
point.
That I couldn't see from up. I mean, I saw it through my binoculars.
You're seeing mouthpieces flinging out.
Yeah,
and you're seeing
yes,
all kinds of stuff going on.
I'm seeing
you didn't see that.
I'm watching you eat that chili dog. 2nd down and 10. 24 at Cleveland. The Bengal quarterback gets it with the sidearm throw. Hits Irwin again with the chest-high pass, facing his quarterback on the painted number at the 20. Goes down inside the 15 of the Browns, just shy of the first down. Picks up about 9.5 on the play. Zeros on the clock, and the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But it's 25-0. 25-0. The Browns shutting out Cincinnati. Let's go to the 4th quarter as you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. See better and stay safe on the road with our visibility event. Right now, you can earn up to $20 in bonus rewards when you buy a pair of Rain-X Quantum Wiper Blades and Sylvania Silver Star Ultra headlights. Take advantage of the rewards from October 31st until November 13th, in-store or on AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply. Offer available to AutoZone Rewards members.
Welcome back to Earth, folks. We hope you enjoyed your 8.5 minutes in orbit.
Technology lets you vacation in space, but to get work done on Earth, you need more than technology. You need CDW to design and manage a Cisco hybrid work solution that delivers the same secure network experience to all your satellite offices. And with consistent connectivity that empowers your team, they can collaborate from any space.
And no, you can't keep the helmet.
Cisco makes hybrid work possible. CDW makes it powerful. Learn more at cdw.com/Cisco.
The new era of Thursday night football is only on Prime Video. This Thursday, the high-flying Philadelphia Eagles roll into Houston to face a Texans team hungry for an upset. Pre-game coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, delivered by Little Caesars. Not an Amazon Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. It's the Eagles and the Texans, only on Prime Video. See Amazon.com/WatchTNF for details.
At Simply Safe Home Security, we know in an emergency, the clock is ticking. So we designed an advanced security system powered by live 24/7 professional monitoring agents who use Fast Protect technology exclusively from Simply Safe to capture video evidence and verify a threat. Then alert police so you get faster police response. Right now, get 40% off any new system. Visit simplysafe.com/holiday to save big today. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Welcome back to Cleveland on Halloween night with Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, Kevin Harlan. Our score 25-0. The Browns lead the Bengals. Start of the fourth quarter sponsored by Vicks NyQuil Severe. Knock out 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms with Vicks NyQuil Severe. Just one dose starts working fast for maximum strength nighttime relief. NyQuil Severe, the best sleep with a cold medicine. And the Bengals, for the first time, are in the red zone tonight. They got the ball 3rd and 1 inside the Cleveland 15. Burrow under center, takes it on a quarterback sneak, lunges ahead, and has the first down. Over his guard, got to the 13. They'll move the chains. 1st and 10. Cincinnati shut out so far, but moving the ball as we begin the fourth quarter.
You know, we talk so much about how a guy like Jamar Chase makes the game easier for a quarterback, but it also makes it easier for his fellow receivers. I mean, we knew that Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins were going to have to step up in this game. Last week they had 248 combined yards. Tonight, only 33 between the two of them.
Wow. In the gun by himself, 5 wide, Burrow. 13 at Cleveland. Arms outstretched, shotgun snap. They rush 5. Here comes the pocket crumbling. He gets away, escapes. He's at the 15, goes downfield. He throws in the end zone, caught with a leap on the side by Boyd. On the far side, 5 yards deep. It's a touchdown pass to Tyler Boyd of 13 yards from Burrow. And for the first time tonight, the Bengals are on the board.
Well, Joe Burrow looking to his left, and again, Myles Garrett there to kind of crumble that pocket a little bit. And as he sneaks out, Tyler Boyd gets behind everybody, but the ball was actually tipped by Emerson as he was throwing this. Got lucky that he tipped it up in the air, and Tyler Boyd was still able to make the catch for the touchdown.
3rd touchdown reception of the season for Boyd. Here's the extra point drive by McPherson. Burrow throws his touchdown pass, 16th of the season. Extra point is no good. McPherson misses the extra point for the Cincinnati Bengals, and that has been the story of their night. So it's 25-6. We're 45 seconds into the fourth, but the Bengals have just scored. Burrow on a scramble on the run, throws on the run, on a deflected ball, and it's caught by Boyd in the end zone. Will step aside. 25-6, the Browns. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Do you know? Hy-Vee makes grocery shopping easy with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. Just order online, schedule a pickup or delivery time, then leave the shopping to us. Download the new Hy-Vee Aisles Online app or go to HyVeeAislesOnline.com. It's easy to create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Plus, with Hy-Vee Aisles Online, pickup is free on orders over $30, and delivery is free with a membership. Save time. Shop online with Hy-Vee Aisles Online.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
This is Miles with Larry's Heating and Cooling. It's gonna get cold. Gas rates are high, but Larry's can help. If you purchase a furnace and AC, we'll upgrade the AC to a heat pump for free. Combine that with tax credits up to $2,000, Lennox rebate up to $1,200, a Lennox instant rebate up to $500, and up to $1,000 in utility rebates on heat pumps in certain rural areas. This is a great time to buy, so call us today. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, Ref.
That's simple human sense.
Ask Todd, Chad, or Roger at Smith Insurance in Yankton if auto owners make sense for you.
Moments ago on a touchdown pass, and welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth here in Cleveland. With Kurt Warner on Kevin Harlan for the Game Changers, there's Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry when you call quickgrainger.com or stop by one of 250 Grainger branch locations. The Cincinnati kickoff after the missed extra point, and it goes down to about the 7-yard line and grabbed right there by the running back to Ernest Johnson, angling to the far sideline, and got out to about the 17 on a 12-yard return. So it is 1st and 10 for the Browns, who lead it 25-6. Now let's see if they can hold on to this lead. Here's a team that needed to win. The Browns in the worst way after losing 4 straight coming into tonight.
And I mentioned it a little bit earlier. The beautiful thing is that when you get to this point, you want to run the clock out and limit the possessions on the other side. That this is built for exactly what the Cleveland Browns do.
Chubb in the backfield, 2 tight ends. 17-yard line at Cleveland. Their quarterback was set under center. Gets the snap, spins and hands off to Chubb over the center. He crosses the 20. He's between the hash marks to the 23. And a burst right there for Chubb. He planted his foot in the grass and cut and gets 6.
There's so many teams out there that live in that 3 wide receiver, 4 wide receiver type sets. They get into these situations and they're not very effective being able to run the football and churn yards and pick up first downs, but that is not Cleveland's issue. Put in those extra offensive linemen, put in 3 tight ends, and we are going to continue to run the rock and give you a heavy dose of 24.
15 carries, 82 yards for Chubb, back there by himself. 2 tight ends for set under center. His own 23 for Cleveland. 2nd down, 4. Snap, spins left, hands off to Chubb. Tight end block, cuts outside, breaks a tackle, squirms away. On the hash, he's knocked down to the 25 for a gain of 2. That will bring up 3rd down and about 1.5 yards to go for Cleveland. And 2 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter and ticking.
These are also moments when everybody's up at the line of scrimmage where you can see guys break those big runs. As everybody's selling out and try to stop it, you just get into that secondary. There's nobody back there, and you're getting big plays.
So Chubb has carried it 16 times. Hunt is in. He's carried 10 for 32. And here it is, 3rd down and 2 from the Cleveland 25. Their quarterback, Brissett, in the gun. They're moving left to right. Shotgun snap, handoff to Hunt, who spins over a defender, hurdles a defender, takes it up the middle, corkscrewing by the 30 to the 35, between the hash mark, and picks up 10. His best run tonight. Kareem Hunt with 11 carries and 42 yards and a Cleveland 1st down.
Well, and what a great change of pace, because now they bring in 3 wide receivers. They put in Hunt. Makes you think we're going to throw the football here. So you get guys sitting back on their heels, or you get different kinds of personnel in there in that situation, yet still be able to hand the football off and pick up those tough yards in between the tackles.
2 tight ends and an extra offensive lineman in there for Cleveland at the 35. Chubb in the backfield, under center for set. 1st and 10. Gets the snap and he hands off, and it goes to the running back Chubb, who's brought down on the play by Zach Carter, and some shoving after the play. A loss of 2 back to the Cleveland 33. Later on, we'll select the drive of the game, sponsored by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. That is easy. 2nd down, 11. Cleveland 34, leading 25-6. Clock is just under 12 to play in the game. We're set under center. Gets the snap. Spins left. Hands off Chubb. Got a block from his tackle and his guard, Batonio. And he then climbs his way into some defenders past the 35 of the Browns. Picks up 2 to the Cleveland 36, bringing up 3rd down. And a ways to go, about 9 for the Browns.
Yeah, now you just feel you got to put the ball in the air here in this situation, even though it looks like they've still got tight ends in there. Could hand it off, keep that clock going, but I believe you try to continue to pick up the 1st down, spread it out a little bit.
Since he's got 5 in the secondary, 3rd and 9 from the 36. There's a long pass for a set on the side. It's a diving, falling down catch on the numbers of the 15 to Cooper. Untouched, got back up, ran to the 5, takes it in. They'll say he's down at the 12. What a throw by Brissett. An arching pass and a quick snap thrown along the numbers, and beating double coverage was Amari Cooper, who stretched out over the shoulder, lunging, diving catch for 53.
What a great catch. You're right. Fingertips just plucking it off the ground at the last second. And it looked like both Amari Cooper and Von Bell, as they were going back there, realized he was double covered. He slowed down a little bit, which forced the safety to slow down. Then all of a sudden the ball's in the air, speeds up, and goes and makes a great catch. And they're not just going for 1st downs. They're going to try to finish this thing with a big play.
Chubb in the backfield, 11 of Cincinnati. 1st and 10 under center. Brissett gets the handoff to Chubb, who runs over the right tackle and is hit at the line of scrimmage, and no gain in the play. They stay at the Bengal 11. Clock here in the 4th quarter is now approaching 9 and ticking. Cooper with 131 receiving yards tonight. His best night as a Cleveland Brown.
Well, that's why they brought him here, right? In those key situations to make the big plays. And he's done that numerous times tonight. Finish it off with that beautiful catch right there against those 2 defenders.
2nd down and 10. The ball at the 11-yard line of Cincinnati. Brissett is under center. An extra lineman is in. Back 2 extra linemen in. Brissett on 2nd and 10. Gets the snap. Spins. Hands to Chubb. Runs up the middle. Breaks the tackle at the 10. The 5. On the hash mark. Touchdown. Nick Chubb. That may be the nail in the coffin. 31-6. The Browns. Under 9 to go. An 11-yard touchdown run by Nick Chubb. His 2nd touchdown on the ground tonight.
How does a man that big get that skinny?
I don't know.
Looks like he wants to cut it back to the left-hand side. And there's a white jersey sitting out there, so he's got to cut back in between his guard and his tackle, and he squeezes in between those 2, gets up into the secondary and into the end zone. Great run there by Nick Chubb.
Browns in the red zone tonight, 4 for 4. Cade York, extra point, 32-6 Cleveland. 32-6 the Browns. The clock at 8:46 in the 4th quarter. Let's step aside. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1.
When cold symptoms keep you up, try Vicks NyQuil Severe for max strength nighttime relief. Just 1 dose of Vicks NyQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Get some rest and feel better with Vicks NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, sore throat, stuffy nose, fever, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed.
Where can you holiday shop for anything you want, any way you want? Lowe's, actually. From the top tools to the top tech, find deals from all the top brands. Like a Craftsman 20-volt two-tool combo kit. Was $149, now only $99. Then save time with more convenient ways to shop. Check back daily for deals during Black Friday month. Start saving now at Lowe's. Home to any possibility. Offer valid through 11/2 while supplies last.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. And a great shave starts with Barbasol Shaving Cream. That's Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American classic for over 100 years. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with Barbasol.
Barbasol. At Wrangler, we know that life is all about taking the reins, no matter what's in front of you or which way the road turns. Because life is one big glorious ride, and Wrangler jeans are made to handle every step of it. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Back in Cleveland this season for the first time, you can hear every Westwood One NFL broadcast streamed live for free. Now, catch all the action on the NFL app. You can also catch it on WestwoodOneSports.com. And you can get it via Westwood One station streams. And you can get it by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. That's what you got to say, open Westwood One Sports. All sponsored by AutoZone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and get you back on the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone. 32-6, the Browns, in a game that they have kind of publicly said is needed to save their season. They've got a bye next week. They get a win in the division. And by the way, if Cincinnati goes on to lose this, they will be 0-3 in the division. Something to keep in the back of your mind with the kickoff by Cleveland. In and out of the end zone to our right. Touchback Bengals. 1st and 10, they're 25.
Well, and we've been talking about it all year, that there's very few teams that you look at and say, well, it's a dominant team right now. I think you've got Buffalo and Kansas City that are up there in the AFC. Obviously, Philadelphia, maybe the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC. But everybody else is kind of in the middle of the pack. So you get a win like this, you feel like you can get some momentum. You've been in a lot of games this year. You're definitely not out of this thing by any means.
Cleveland has beaten Cincinnati 4 straight coming in. 1st and 10, Cincinnati 25. In the gun, short pass, caught by Mixon, tripped up. And he works his way for 2 on the near side to about the 27-yard line of the Bengals. 2nd down and 8 coming up. A clock at 8.5 and ticking in a 32-6 Cleveland lead.
Well, to give some credit to the secondary of this Cleveland Browns team. No Denzel Ward tonight, but they've done a nice job of keeping everything in front of them and not giving up any big plays.
Shotgun formation for quarterback Joe Burrow from his 27. He gets the ball and he quickly throws it out to the near side here. Caught by Hurst, broke a tackle on the sideline at the 30. Then hit by Taki at the 32, and a late flag comes in on the sideline right in front of the Bengal bench below us. On a gain of 5 as it stands right now, but the late hit will be on Taki. And Brenda, we know that's your favorite chip.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 44. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
I'm assuming she's listening.
She probably is eating some Takis and listening.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like we can't take one out of our bag on a negative play like this.
Okay.
Like we only get to eat the Takis and snack when he does something really good.
Well, that's well said.
You got to put your Taki back in the bag after that 15-yard penalty.
Oh, I've heard that before. All right, we'll put it back in the bag. 1st down and 10 from the 47 of Cincinnati. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Shotgun snap on 1st and 10. 4-man rush with a quick handoff out of the gun. Goes to Mixon over the left tackle. He's by midfield to the Cleveland 48, and he picks up 5.
Well, and something, kind of, when I watch this Bengals team play, they're just not the same team when they don't get big plays. They've been so built on the explosive play over the last couple of years when they went on that run to the Super Bowl last year. So much about those big game-changing plays, and that's really what Cleveland's done well tonight, is eliminated all of those.
On the logo, the Brownie logo at midfield. 2nd down 5, Cincinnati. Cleveland 48. Shotgun snap. Line drive throw. Far sideline. Caught helmet high and out of bounds. Goes Hurst at about the 42, 41-yard line at Cleveland. He picks up 7. So he's going to the big tight end, Hayden Hurst, who they got as an unrestricted free agent from the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL Votes campaign encourages civic engagement among players and fans. All 32 teams are making their stadiums available for election-related activities if needed. Learn more at NFL.com/votes. Moving right to left, Bengals have it, 1st and 10. Clock is under 7 and ticking in the 4th. They're at the 41 of Cleveland. 4-man front in the gun. There's the snap, the fake handoff, 4-man rush, and a wild throw down the near side. Leaping catch by Higgins at the 10. Backpedals, breaking a tackle at the 5. He's in for the touchdown. T. Higgins with an acrobatic leaping catch for the Bengals. 41-yard touchdown pass by Burrow. And they are still breathing, but barely, with 6:40 to play in the game, and a long 41-yard touchdown pass. The Bengals' first play of 30-plus yards tonight.
Well, that's what we were talking about, right? They are a big play team. Struggle when they don't get them. Great job there by T. Higgins to go up and over Greedy Williams for the touchdown. Just won a little too late here.
Greedy's got that look as he comes to the sideline and across the way, taking off his helmet and can't figure out what went wrong. He's kind of grimacing, saying, what in the heck was that? Here's the extra point by the Bengals. It is away from Evan McPherson and good. And a new score here on Halloween from Cleveland, Ohio. 6:40 to play in the 4th quarter. And our score is 32-13. Browns on top, and you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1.
TrackPhone wants to know, are you an influencer, a big live streamer? No? Then guess what? You don't need an endless data plan. Get just the right amount of data with TrackPhone's $40 unlimited talk and text smartphone plan. Now with 8 gigs of high-speed data and unlimited carryover on America's largest, most dependable network, now with 5G. Get the data you need at the price you want. TrackPhone Wireless. Now you're in control. Available at major retailers. 5G compatible device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at trackphone.com.
Okay, can I have everybody's attention for just a second?
Morgan's media planning firm just landed a multi-million-dollar client.
Because we won the pitch.
She needs to staff up before trafficking hits a traffic jam.
So we're going to need research, planning, buying, obviously, and probably data analytics.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Southern Recipe Pork Rinds.
Nothing goes better with football than pigskin. Southern Recipe Pork Rinds has teamed up with Mike Ditka's Gridiron Greats Assistance Fund to celebrate Pork Rind Appreciation Day with our Sacks for Snack sweepstakes. Enter for a chance to win $5,000 at SouthernRecipe.com. No purchase necessary. See official rules at SouthernRecipe.com.
Southern Recipe Pork Rinds.
Available in the snack aisle at your local Tractor Supply Company today.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations.
Repeat after me. We are filled with an abundance of joy.
We are filled with an abundance of joy.
Also an abundance of questions. Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service to help answer questions and resolve claims quickly.
Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service.
We are also filled with an abundance of biscuits.
We are also filled with, I don't think it works this way.
Oh, and jam. Don't forget jam.
To manifest more Geico in your life, go to geico.com.
Halloween here in Cleveland, 32-13. Browns on top of Cincinnati. If you want to be a better player, a smarter coach, or a more informed fan, writer, or broadcaster, Kurt Warner has created the perfect tool for you. It's QBConfidential.com. That's QBConfidential.com. I guarantee you'll get everything you're looking for out of that. Great appraisal, honest opinion. Join the team today.
I added a couple lines there.
Okay?
Those were good lines.
Okay, thanks. Well, I mean,
and they're all very accurate, though, too.
Honest appraisal.
I wouldn't want you to add anything that wasn't true, and only good stuff from you, Kev.
Onside kick, we think, from Cincinnati. McPherson puts it on the ground, bounces out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Cincinnati. It'll be Cleveland's ball. Out of bounds it goes. Unsuccessful onside kick by Evan McPherson. Well, the copyright of tonight's radio broadcast of Monday Night Football in Westwood 1 is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved. Any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. For instance, my wife tonight at the door, as kids were coming there for Halloween, wanted to give copies of our broadcast from last week out to the trick-or-treaters. No one took them. They were there. But she had checked with the NFL and gotten permission to do that. So, I mean, that's That's what you do. From the 45 under center, Brissett. Cincinnati territory. Handoff to Chubb over the left tackle. Angle into the far sideline. Pushes a pile past the Bengal 40 near the 39. We'll call it a gain of 6 and second down and 4. Chubb with 102 yards on the ground for the Browns.
Did she say why none of the kids took them?
No, I think they were looking for candy. They said, hey, can we have some candy? Go, no, but I've got these Monday night broadcasts with Kirk.
Put them together
Kevin.
with the candy so then you can say, yeah, we gave them all away. All
that
the kids.
Is genius.
Right.
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
That's what we should have said. I told my wife, next year.
Next year.
Send your grandkids over to our house.
Okay.
All right?
Oh, my grandkids will love listening to us while eating chocolate.
Second down and 5 and a handoff to Chubb. From the 45-yard line, he gets down to the 40, and he picks up about a yard. He began with that handoff at the 45, and he ran that 5 yards, but that was in the backfield. Here's a timeout taken. And so they'll stop the clock, and the clock is at 5:47. And so he only gets about a yard. He's just inside the Cincinnati 40. But what a big night for Chubb. 2 touchdowns on the ground, 22 carries, 101 yards. The NFL's leading rusher. Chubb in receiving tonight had 1. Cooper had 5 for 131, so a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver, and Brissett with 278. They could have a 300-yard passer and have the Triple Crown in this one.
Well, I mean, with the way that they run the football, I mean, it bodes so well if you continue to do that and you force teams to have to come down and stop it. You went out and got your big-time playmaker, the one-on-one playmaker in Amari Cooper for when teams do that, and that's how Jacoby Brissett plays football. That's his best. The best way for Jacoby Brissett to play football is to run, and allow him to be that guy that can make those big throws down the field like we've seen tonight.
Extra lineman, 3rd and 5. Cleveland at the 40-yard line of Cincinnati. Brissett under center, snap, spin, handoff, Chubb. It is he got to the line, grabbed around the ankles by a diving Sam Hubbard. Another timeout taken by Cincinnati. He picks up a yard, so it'll be 4th down and 4. Clock at 5:43. And a timeout taken, and the Bengals have 1. Cleveland has 3. Browns lead it 32-13. Stay up to date with Westwood One Sports. You can follow them on Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to listen to live games, behind-the-scene photos, and more. It's all just a click of the follow button away. That's Westwood One Sports on Twitter. In the second half tonight, Brissett, 6 of 6 for 125 and a touchdown. And overall, 17 of 22 for 278 and that touchdown pass.
And we talked about it going in. I know a lot of people are going to look at Jacoby Brissett and say, oh, he's not a starter, and he was part of the reason when he was starting. This was our record. But we talked about it coming in. They had 4 losses by 3 points or less. They've been competitive in every game, and a big part of that has been the way Jacoby Brissett has been playing.
Ernest Johnson is the running back, and under center inside the 40 of Cincinnati. Cleveland 4th and 4. Brissett trying to get him to move, using his voice, using the cadence, trying to get him to jump. No one is moving. No one is moving. Clock is down to 2-1. Play clock at 0. And a flag.
Offense number 7.
They had no intention of snapping the ball. So, delay a game. Brissett is walking off and a bit irritated with something, but the punting unit is out there for Cleveland. It's 4th down. As the Bengals have declined the delay of game, and the Browns punting unit is out there. But I've got to ask you a question here in just a second after Bojorquez punts. And he'll punt from right about the 50. Basically a windless night. 59 degrees. The telltales on top of the goalpost. The bright orange telltales are moving just a hair. Bojorquez, a horrible punt. A horrible shank punt down the near sideline as he tried to get it inside the 10, and he didn't even get it inside the 20. It's out of bounds over the bench at the 31. Okay, it's a 9-yard punt. It's a 9-yard punt.
I've got nothing to say. Let's go to break on that one.
It's a 9-yard punt. Browns lead it 32-13. Let's step aside. Late fourth quarter. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. I gotta bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. Boosters designed for COVID-19 variants are now available. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster appointment as soon as you're eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
We all know the game isn't over till it's over. You just got to keep driving towards the end zone. And when it's time to turn the game around, you need all the right parts to play together. So next time you need a part for your car, don't call it quits. Head to eBay Motors. They have 122 million parts. So the road to victory is always in your favor. And you can keep driving well into overtime. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
Welcome back to Earth, folks. We hope you enjoyed your 8.5 minutes in orbit.
Technology lets you vacation in space, but to get work done on Earth, you need more than technology. You need CDW to design and manage a Cisco hybrid work solution that delivers the same secure network experience to all your satellite offices. And with consistent connectivity that empowers your team, they can collaborate from any space.
And no, you can't keep the helmet.
Cisco makes hybrid work possible. CDW makes it powerful. Learn more at cdw.com/Cisco.
Well, the Browns just punted. Bojorquez punted for about 9.5 yards. Cincinnati takes it over. Up until that time, the Browns had scored on 4 consecutive possessions, and 5 of the last 6 to take the lead. Now, Cincinnati, the last 2 times they've had it, 2 straight touchdowns. They've got it at their own 30. Empty backfield. Burrow in the gun, 1st and 10, got the snap, 4-man rush, gets away from Clowney, flush from the pocket, on the numbers, on the sideline, and throws it away. Incomplete. And it's 2nd down and 10, avoids the sack, was being chased. 2nd down and 10 for the Bengals.
It's been a crazy year in the NFL, and watching this game tonight, you just think to yourself, like, will the real team stand up? You know, so many of these teams have looked great one week and looked awful the next week. Just trying to figure out what you're going to be on a consistent basis. What can we count on from both of these teams? And I still have no idea, and we're almost halfway through the season.
2nd down 10 from the 30-yard line of Cincinnati. Here comes the rush, and the shotgun taken down. It's Brian and Miles Garrett combining on a sack at Joe Burrow. They bring him down, back at the 22, got him on the hash mark, and he loses 8, dropping back in the gun with a heavy avalanche of pressure.
I know you saw Miles Garrett down there because you've got great vision.
Yes.
Can you explain to the people the Thriller dance that he was just doing after a sack?
Well, he's a big Halloween guy, right? And he came dressed as a ghoul or a goblin or something.
Giving a little Thriller dance going there. I like it.
I know it. And he's got a bad shoulder and a bad bicep, 1 on each arm, and he is out there playing hard. 3rd down, 18, 22-yard line in the gun. Here's a snap and a little pass, and it's caught by Mixon, who dances up the middle, the 30, the 35 on the hash, and hit by Deion Jones at the 36 of the Bengals. He picks up 14, making it 4th and 4. And the offense of Cincinnati will stay on the field with the clock ticking at 4:20 and Cleveland leading 32-13. 4th and 4. Burrow in the shotgun from his own 36. Back there with Mixon and 3 wide. 4-man rush, shotgun snap, line right, go far side, knocked away, broken up. by the rookie Martin Emerson on the far sideline at the 40-yard line of Cincinnati. Right in front of the Cleveland bench across the way on a line drive throw broken up by the rookie. On downs, Cleveland will get it back. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Coast to coast and around the world, this is Westwood 1, your home for the NFL and Monday Night Football.
ESPN 101.5 AM 1570 KVTK Vermilion Yankton, a proud service of 5 Star Communications.
So the Browns defense holds, and look where they take over in Cincinnati territory is the Bengals unsuccessful on 4th and 4.
I'm sorry. I was just saying, you got to think the Bengals are going. How long is Jamar Chase going to be out? Like, how quickly can you get back?
Yeah, 4
what
to 6
a different team without him on the field.
Ernest Johnson is the back, 2 tight ends, 36 to Cincinnati. Brissett gets the snap, hands off to Johnson, and runs laterally on the 40, well behind the line of scrimmage. Does not get out of bounds, runs to the near side, and loses a couple on the play, maybe a yard, back to the 36 of the Bengals. Clock is ticking.
Also reminds me, used to have great rivalries with the San Francisco 49ers, but when I was in Arizona, how there'd be a number of times where we'd have the better record coming in, and you kind of think to yourself on paper, we should take care of this team. But they always matched up really, really well against us. It was always a dogfight every time we played them, and it just seems like this Browns team, as we came in, Joe Burrow 0-3, coming in, going to be 0-4 after tonight, but he just doesn't match up well against this team.
Second down at about 10 to Ernest Johnson running over the left tackle as he got the handoff from Brissett, and he moves the ball past the 30 of Cincinnati to the Bengal 29 for the Cleveland Browns, and he picks up about 6 on the play. There's a timeout taken, and our clock is at 3:08 with a 32-13 lead for Cleveland. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC Sunday night. Tennessee, and they're playing well, will be in Arrowhead against the Chiefs. And, of course, you can hear every Sunday night broadcast right here on Westwood 1, 7:30 Eastern Time on many of these same stations.
You talk about Tennessee playing well. Little nugget yesterday when we were on our show. Derrick Henry, 4 straight games against the Houston Texans, has gone over 200 yards rushing.
That is unbelievable.
4 straight after doing it again yesterday. That's almost unimaginable.
It is.
Unimaginable.
I mean, that's got to be something in the all-time annals, right? Against one team to run for that.
I mean, how many times do you think he's gone over 200 in his entire career?
I think it is 6 times.
That's what I thought I heard, too.
Yeah.
And 4 of them are against the same team in 4 in a row?
29-yard line of Cincinnati, 3rd and 2 for Cleveland. Brissett under center, hands off to Johnson, runs over the guard, knifes his way through, has the first down, past the 25, over the right guard, down to the 23-yard line on a gain of 5 by Ernest Johnson, who had no rushing attempts this season until tonight. And he's taken the ball and run it well. I guess when you're in back of guys like Chubb and Hunt, there aren't many carries there, but he's getting some tonight here in a win.
Don't you remember Johnson getting a start a couple years ago? I think it was on a Thursday night or something. The other 2 guys were out.
Yes.
And he had a big night, went over 100 yards in that game. I mean, this kid's a good runner, just like you said. You got 2 guys that have been number 1 backs on different teams ahead of you. It's tough to get snaps.
And a flag.
12 men on defense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And the Bengals are out there. They're all discombobulated. They're pointing at each other. Lou Anarumo is their coordinator, and the look on Zach Taylor's face, the head coach of the Bengals, says it all. He just cannot believe his team tonight played so poorly. They could not stop the Browns on the ground, but who does? 165 rushing yards for Cleveland tonight with the NFL's number 1 rusher in the terrific Nick Chubb. But just as effective was Kareem Hunt. And now we're seeing Ernest Johnson running well. 1st and 5, 17 of Cincinnati. And here is a run by Johnson, who got the handoff from Brissett. And it looks like he's close to a first down. Running laterally, then cutting the corner past the 15 of the Bengals down to the 13 of Cincinnati for Cleveland. He picks up 4, and we're going to now hit the 2-minute warning with a lot of fans in Halloween garb tonight. We've reached the 2-minute warning. It's sponsored by Capital One Bank. no fees or minimums, and no overdraft fees. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. member FDIC. Chubb, 2 rushing touchdowns. Cleveland 32-13 over Cincinnati. Let's step aside. 2-minute warning, and you're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
When you bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive, you could save money, but it doesn't cover any terrible memories living rent-free in your head.
Hey, I noticed it's been a few minutes since you thought about when your quarterback ran into his own teammates and fumbled, technically forcing his own fumble, and then the other team took it in for a score, and then you couldn't turn on the TV for a month without being constantly reminded of the time your quarterback sacked himself and fumbled.
Sorry, we can't save you from that memory, but we could save you money bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Renters insurance and bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Find the latest and greatest audio entertainment on Audible. It's got everything you want to hear, including The Rich Eisen Show. Along with podcasts, you'll also find audiobooks and exclusive originals. We're talking comedy, sports stories, deep dives with athletes and entertainers, business, and anything else you're into. With Audible, you get access to thousands of included titles with more added every week. Listen on the road, at the gym, or anywhere you want to fuel up your imagination. Join and get 30 days free at the home of storytelling, audible.com.
Kurt, how nice is it to have the boss in the booth with us tonight producing this game, huh? Isn't that nice?
Always nice to have the boss here.
The boss is in the booth. Howard Deneroff, welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth. We're in Cleveland. Along with Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, Kevin Harlan, for the ones who get it done. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Backed by 24/7 support and access to product experts. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger for the ones who get it done. 32-13. Browns, 2-minute warning. Cincinnati trailing out of timeouts. Cleveland has got it with a 2nd down and 1. And they are deep in Cincinnati territory at the 14 of the Bengals. Brissett is under center. Quarterback sneak. Clouds ahead. Has the first over the center post. Down to the 10. And they get the first down. They'll take a couple knees. And this is all she wrote on Halloween. And for the Cleveland Browns, maybe a season-saving win. I don't want to be too dramatic, but they said it. I'm repeating it, and it's got some depth.
Well, it does. And, you know, you just wonder what the mindset of this team is because, you know, they're going to be sitting at 3-5 after this game with this big win tonight. But they probably could be sitting at home going, you know what? We could be, I mean, 6-2 at this point in time, 7-1 maybe even at this point in time. So how do you handle that and mesh that mentally when you know you've played some good football, but you just haven't found yourself on the winning side of most of those games?
It was a 1st and goal to go. Into a knee went Brissett. 2nd down, goal to go. Clock is under a minute and ticking. Bengals tonight, the lowest point total in a Burrow start since 2020, Week 11. And Kevin Stefanski, the first Browns coach to start his career 5-0 against the Bengals. And this is the 5th consecutive win for Cleveland over Cincinnati. Another snap to Brissett, and 2nd and goal. Goes to a knee, cradles the ball, gets hugged by a lot of the people on the field. And the two coaches hug. They're good friends, Stefanski and Zach Taylor. And they'll see each other one more time this season. Cincinnati, with the loss, goes to 0-3 in the division.
Man, you know, I don't really know what to say, but, you know, you think you turn the corner. You know, you start out slow if you're the Bengals. You think you turn the corner. You think you've got this thing put together, feeling confident coming in, and then you come in and you have absolutely no answers whatsoever. And, you know, you go back and watch the tape, and do you really just chalk it up to the fact that we don't have Jamar Chase? Is that guy such a big part of what we do that it changes everything when we don't have him. You know, I know a lot of people are probably sitting at home going, man, you just see the value of a big-time number one receiver.
Well, we're lucky enough in this Cleveland 32-13 win to bring in the number one rusher in the NFL, the terrific Nick Chubb. Nick, congratulations. I want to tell you that Kurt Warner is your biggest fan, so I'm going to give him this interview because no one thinks more highly of you than Kurt. So,
What's up, Kurt?
What's going on, my man? First, just tell me where the state of this team is right now. You guys have been so competitive in so many games, but find yourself on the losing end of a lot of them. 3-5 right now. What's the state of the team?
Yeah, man, we needed that. We needed that big time. We all came out with the same thing in mind. It's a must-win tonight. Monday night at home in Cleveland. Perfect weather, perfect fans. We had to get it done, and we did, and got back on track.
Yeah, I'm telling people in the broadcast that sometimes there's just matchups that play in the favor of one team over another. What is it about you guys against this Bengals team? I mean, Joe Burrow is now 0-4 against your team, where you match up well against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, they're a great team. They come out and bring it every week. I don't know what it is. We played them. We found a way to win. We execute on all cylinders, and, you know, we get it done.
Talk to me about your quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, coming in. Not a lot of people knowing what to expect from him. I think Jacoby's played really, really well. Yeah. Tell me what he's meant to your team in this kind of crazy period of time that you've had around this organization.
No one wants more than Jacoby Brissett. Every day he comes, he brings us all in practice, in meetings, and in the game. I mean, he's fierce. He has the fire inside of him, and he doesn't stop. He leads us in every way. He's a great quarterback for us.
Just talk to me a little bit about, your role in this offense. I know you got another good back behind you, but I'm a guy that feels like you only get better the more touches you get. Are you a guy that's always lobbying to get more touches, feeling the same way?
Hey, man, whatever they need me to do, I can do it. We have a great line up front, punishing the guys all four quarters, wearing them down. And at the fourth quarter, me and Kareem take over. That's our time, and that's worked well for us since we've been here.
Well, man, we love watching you play. Another 100-yard game. You're leading the National Football League in rushing. You're doing a great job, my man. Keep it up.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Kurt.
For Nick Chubb, his fifth 100-yard game this season. He is on a roll. 841 yards, the number one rusher in the NFL. He's got more rushing touchdowns than anybody else. He's got 10, and he was part of Cleveland's win tonight over the defending AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals, 32-13. The Browns getting 2 touchdowns from Chubb. Brissett had a touchdown run, and Amari Cooper was huge, 5 catches, 131. We'll talk about the stats when we come back. Browns win it. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Blue 42, 53 is the mic. Burrito, hut,
In football, sometimes you have to call an audible. We feel the same way about financial planning. With Fidelity Wealth Management, your dedicated advisor will work with you to create a personalized plan for your full financial picture. And as your needs change, they'll help you make adjustments so you can stay on target. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC.
At Simply Safe Home Security, your safety is the only thing that matters. So this holiday season, we're giving you 40% off any new system, because feeling secure in your home is a gift that everyone deserves. Named Best Home Security of 2022 by U.S. News & World Report, Simply Safe protects your whole home with advanced technology, powered by 24/7 professional monitoring. Visit simplysafe.com/holiday to save 40% today. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Festivals, football, flannels. Some say fall is their favorite time of year. And this fall, there are now updated COVID-19 booster shots designed to help protect against COVID-19 variants. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster shot appointment as soon as you're eligible. And don't forget to enjoy the foliage. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Welcome back to Cleveland, Ohio, along with Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, Kevin Harlan. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood 1 with the Browns beating the Cincinnati Bengals tonight 32-13. Let's check the final stats, sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken's $6 two-piece drum and thigh combo. Get tasty chicken, mashed potatoes, a biscuit, and a medium drink for just $6. I'd pay $12, but you can get it for $6. Order now on the KFC app or at KFC.com. That's finger-licking good.
Well, you can pay $12 and get me one.
Yeah, perfect. There we go. Okay,
perfect.
You're an idea
works
guy.
Perfect for me. Win-win.
Right, let's go over some of the stats here, okay? Brissett, 17 of 22, 278, a touchdown. He had his best quarterback rating of the season at 134. He went to Cooper a lot. He had 131 receiving yards. That's a season high. 100 of those 131 came on third down. Peoples-Jones also had a big night. 4 catches for 81. And rushing, as we talked about, Nick Chubb, 23 carries, 101, 2 touchdowns. He had a long run of 21 for Chubb, his 5th 100-yard rushing game of the season. For Burrow, 25 of 35, 232, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Mixon ran the ball 8 times for 27. Mixon touches the ball a lot, but their yardage, he's under 4 yards a carry. Their running game is just doing nothing.
Well, you know, so much of the yards per carry comes down to can you bust a big play? Can you get a big play in the run game? And that's what happened tonight is he got his 4 yards, which you're okay with, but he never broke the big play. We were saying the same thing in the pass game.
Yes.
Is that didn't happen until the end of the game where they got their big pass play, but it was dink and dunk. And it doesn't matter how good you are in this league. It is tough to consistently move the ball 10, 12 play drives and put points on the board without getting those big plays. And that was the difference, right?
Yep.
Cleveland tonight got big plays. They got big plays in the run game, and then off of the play action, they got the big plays in the pass game. Cincinnati could not generate any of that, and obviously it led to what we saw on the scoreboard.
That sums it up so well. By the way, Mixon has the second most touches of anybody in the NFL. He's second, and back of Saquon Barkley of the New York Giants. Receiving tonight, T. Higgins had 3 for 49. The tight end, Hurst, 4 for 42. And again, this is a team without Jamar Chase. And 4 to 6 weeks is what they say. They're hoping it kind of heals on its own. But, boy, they lose a lot when he's gone.
They do. And, you know, really when he came on the scene late in the year last year, coincided with the run that they made, right? They got hot at the end, get going into the playoffs, and they're playing good in the playoffs, and he was a big part of that. We saw that the last couple of weeks when they were the best pass team in the National Football League. It was because number one was making big play after big play after big play, and, man, did they look like a completely different team without him. And so don't rush him back because there's still a long season ahead of you, but you want to get him back in time that you can hit this thing rolling if you're able to get into the playoffs.
Browns win it tonight, 32-13 over the Cincinnati Bengals. Go to 3-5. Bengals drop to 4-4. Now time to select our Navy Federal Credit Union Defender of the Game.
Now, I'm going to go with Myles Garrett. You know, he had a nice Thriller dance, but that's not why he won it. That's not why he won it. You know, 1.5 sacks on the night, continual pressure. And then I go back to the very first drive. Cincinnati was the best drive that they had, I think, all night, moving the football down the field, and they got almost to the red zone. And you remember, it was the tip pass by Myles Garrett that led to the interception that kind of flipped the switch and got the momentum going back to Cleveland, and they really kind of dominated the game from that point on. And so little things like that that don't necessarily show up in the stat book very much were a big part of why he was the player of the game.
He also was in the backfield a lot.
He was. 4 QB hits to go along with those 1.5 sacks.
Yeah, Garrett was our defender of the game, sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, the DOD, veterans, and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. One more note. Last week, Cleveland played in Baltimore, and their defensive line played well against the Ravens. They lost that game by 3 points. Second consecutive game now that the defensive line of the Browns they're beginning to get some traction for a defense that is number 16 overall.
Well, the way they play defense is more simplistic on the back end, it's all about the pressure they can get up front. If they can't get pressure up front, we've seen them struggle at times in the secondary. And so front end and back end have to work together, and they did exactly that tonight. And another quick note, I came into the night undefeated in my picks for the week. You know, I was 14-0 coming into the night with a chance to be the first one on our show, NFL Game Day morning, to go perfect for a weekend. That didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
I picked the Bengals. I went with the team that I thought was hotter, and, man, the Browns are sending me home with a loss.
I'm just trying to remember that conversation in the car
I know.
driving over here, and you said, who's going to win tonight?
Right.
What did
you said the Browns. There was part of my gut that said, I need somebody to say it because I kind of want to lean towards the Browns, but I couldn't pull that trigger in.
Sweet vindication.
I know.
A reminder,
me home.
You can watch NFL Network and Westwood One announcers Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner each and every Sunday on NFL Game Day morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network. The Browns had lost 4 straight coming in, but they win tonight. They go to 3-5, and at home they go to 2-3, and they get a big win over a divisional foe. And not just any team, the defending conference champion Bengals, 32-13. We'll continue with more of our post-game show from Cleveland. But first, let's give our great local stations all over the country a chance for a message. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hi, I'm Tyler Reiser.
And I'm Tyler Moore.
We are service technicians at Kalen's Indoor Comfort. Let's clear the air. HVAC is our passion, and Tyler and I believe we are the highest trained technicians in Vermilion. We can service your heating and cooling systems for every season and in between.
We recommend routine preventative maintenance to extend the life of your system and prevent costly breakdowns.
Or, if you are experiencing a problem, we can help.
So give us a call at 605-624-5618.
When you want comfort, you want Kalen's.
Yankton Motorsports is home to Can-Am, Kawasaki, Arctic Cat, and Sea-Doo. You'll find Yankton Motorsports at 4306 West 8th Street on the way to the lake in Yankton. From sales to service, it's all under one roof. When you need repairs for your ride, call Yankton Motorsports. Set up an appointment. Doesn't matter what ride you're riding, you can take it to Yankton Motorsports and they'll get it done. Tires to tie rods, shocks to struts. It's Yankton Motorsports on the way to the lake, Yankton.
No matter your job, no matter your routine, think about how important your feet are to your quality of life. Foot disorders or foot pain affects absolutely everything you do. Your feet contain 26 bones, 33 joints, and a network of more than 100 tendons, muscles, and ligaments. And to give them the attention they deserve, you should go to the experts. Avera Medical Group Podiatry Yankton has the experience and technology to diagnose and provide the care needed to keep you on your feet. Call Avera Medical Group Podiatry Yankton at 877-256-8973 to learn more. Live better. Live balanced. Avera.
Hi, this is Chris Redrick.
And Jeff Sage.
We are Kalen's Indoor Comfort Service Technician.
And lifelong residents of the Yankton area.
If you are experiencing a problem with your furnace,
or just need a preventive maintenance, we're here for you 24/7.
Remember, most breakdowns can be prevented with regular maintenance.
So join the club.
The Comfort Club. To get peace of mind, increase your comfort, and save 15%. So give us a call at 665-4348.
When you want comfort, you want Kalen's.
Welcome back to Monday Night Football on Westwood One. It's time for our Wrangler highlight of the game.
Percent on 2nd and 10. Gets the snap, spins, hands to Chubb. Runs up the middle, breaks the tackle at the 10, the 5, on the hash mark. Touchdown, Nick Chubb. That may be the nail in the coffin. 31-6, the Browns. Under 9 to go. An 11-yard touchdown run by Nick Chubb. His second touchdown on the ground tonight. Over 100 yards on the ground for Chubb. 2 touchdowns. That's the highlight of the game. Sponsored by Wrangler. 75 years of history and still blazing trails. Check out Wrangler.com today to discover new styles and all the latest denim trends. Wrangler for the ride of life. Joe Burrow is as great as he has been in the start of his NFL career, is 0-4 against the Browns. That's a head-scratcher.
It is a head-scratcher. But I mentioned a couple times in the broadcast, there are just teams that sometimes you don't match up well against. And throw the records out, especially within a division, teams that know each other really, really well. And it just seems like this Browns team has has a book on what they need to do against this Bengals team. And, but it is hard to believe, as good as he's been. But sometimes happens within divisions.
Cleveland has beaten Cincinnati 5 consecutive times. Final again here, 32-13, with the Browns beating the Bengals. Time now, Kurt, to select the Geico drive of the game.
Well, the drive of the game is going to be the first drive of the second half. We talked about doubling up, right? They got that field goal off of the 2-minute drive at the end of the half, the Browns did, and they came out with the opening kickoff in the second half. 11 plays, 75 yards. Chubb had 36 yards rushing. It finished with that Jacoby Brissett scramble where he got the hands across the pylon, and it was the first touchdown this Bengals defense has given up in the second half all year long. But it was that momentum shift, the end of the first half, to that touchdown drive in the second half that really put this thing out of reach.
Bengals came in number 11 overall in defense, number 7 in points allowed, and tonight they gave up 32 to the Browns. That's the drive of the game, sponsored by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy. Who's the third best team in the AFC after the Bills and the Chiefs?
Man, who is the third best team? Man, there's part of me that says I want to say that, the Ravens are up there because they've been so competitive in so many games, but then they've blown so many games as well. The Titans, you talked about the Titans playing Kansas City. We're going to get an idea of what they're all about. I thought they started really, really slow, but you've got, they got 5 straight wins. You got Derrick Henry, who's really starting to play with a 200-yard performance, and their defense is playing well. So, we'll get a gauge on where they're at right now. I don't know. I mean, I would say those teams are in the mix. I really feel like Buffalo and Kansas City are out in front of everybody else, but those are the teams that kind of jump to mind of maybe competitors at this point.
And I'm guessing you would have said Cincinnati before this game because they had won 4 of 5. They had won 2 straight after their 0-2 start, and their 3 losses outside of tonight have been by a total of 8 points. But tonight they didn't look like that.
Well, and you have to put the caveat in there that Jamar Chase wasn't playing.
Yes.
Jamar Chase healthy with the rest of this team, and maybe they are still competitive in that situation. But you're right. I would have expected a lot more from this team tonight. And you want to believe that you don't have to have everybody to be successful. But, man, this was a different-looking Bengals team without number 1.
Are the Eagles as good as their record says? I know that's what they are. They're 7-0. They're the only undefeated team in the NFL. Are they as good as that record would tell you?
I think they are because they can win so many different ways that I look at them and I say that there's not really an area of weakness that they have. You look at their secondary is as good as anybody in the league. You look at their front 7, good as anybody in the league. Their offensive line, good as anybody in the league. They got playmakers on offense with A.J. Brown, good as anybody in the league. And then their quarterback, which, again, I think we all want to see more because he's still a young guy, but he's playing as good as any quarterback in the National Football League with his decision-making and the plays that he's making. So, you should show me this note here. Eagles are plus 14 in turnovers. That doesn't hurt, but that goes to both sides, too. Quarterback protecting the football, defense taking the football away. But when I look at all facets, Buffalo's going to be right there in the mix. But I believe the Eagles are as good as anybody in the National Football League.
And finally, we're approaching mid-season, and we're not going to see you here for a couple weeks. You're going to be overseas doing a game in Germany. You've got some family things coming up, and we're not going to see you here. We're not going to go to Mexico City. Your visa, my passport did not flush, and so we're unable to go. And that's a shame because we were looking forward to
no kidding.
Hot tamales.
Those international games are always great.
I know it, and we can't go. And that is, if I had told you before the season that Geno Smith and Jalen Hurts would be in consideration for a mid-season MVP, and they probably are the way they're playing with their teams, you would have said, I'm nuts.
I would have said you're nuts. Without a doubt. Jalen Hurts, you think he's young and he's growing, but not quite there yet. Geno Smith, I think we all felt the book was out on Geno Smith, and not that he couldn't play well in moments, but the consistency, we'd never seen it throughout his career. And I think a lot of us didn't know the Seattle team was going to be very good. And so all of those things into consideration, yeah, I would have said you were nuts, but probably more so about Geno. So let's give him his props. He's playing as consistently well, making as many big plays as any quarterback in the National Football League, and that's saying something when we got guys like Josh Allen that's averaging over 300 yards passing, and you got Patrick Mahomes who's always in that mix. But Geno Smith is playing some really, really good football, has that team at the top of their division, which
something?
none of us would have expected. And, yesterday they beat a one-loss Giants team. I mean, they're playing some good football, and I'm fascinated to see how this thing's going to end.
Who is the final question? Who is your midseason MVP then?
That's a great question. I probably would lean towards Josh Allen because I think their team is there at the top. Jalen Hurts right behind it, and then if you go, again, I know wins always play a part of it. If I just look at players, I would look at that guy that we talked to tonight in Nick Chubb, who's leading the league in rushing, and he's what this team is all about. I would put him up in the mix, and maybe even a guy like Micah Parsons on the defensive side, just so we cover all bases.
He's phenomenal. He probably would be the defensive player of the year, and Brian Dable probably the coach of the year.
I think you're right.
Giants. Yep. My goodness, has he not done a great job? All right, it's going to be a couple weeks till I see you. Happy Halloween. Get safely back to Arizona, and we'll see you down the road.
All right, see you when we see you.
Wrapping up things from Cleveland when we come back as the Browns win it tonight 32-13 over the Cincinnati Bengals. You're listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. Changing your oil with a full synthetic oil like Castrol Edge can help your engine get more miles. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an FTP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $38.99. Get everything you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,200 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home,
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. I gotta bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
This NFL season, Thursday Night Football is now Amazon's Prime Night of Football because every Thursday Night Football game is now only on Prime Video. This season, watch all of your favorite NFL teams, all of your favorite NFL players, all competing in one place. Prime Video, the new exclusive home for Thursday Night Football. Not an Amazon Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. We'll see you Thursday at 7 Eastern. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Final score tonight from Cleveland, 32-13. The Browns beat the Bengals in the Battle of Ohio. You've been listening to Westwood One's coverage of Monday Night Football. Tonight's broadcast has been sponsored by Progressive Insurance, Wrangler Jeans, CDW, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, AutoZone, Culligan Water, and by NFL.com. I'd like to thank our terrific crew tonight. Our studio coordinator in Los Angeles, Art Martinez. Studio producer, Brian Finkelstein. Production assistance provided by Greg Weston and Brendan Gulick. Our statistician, Ethan Cooperson. Our engineer, Sam Virgillo. Production supervisor, Aaron Cummins. Coordinating producer, Mike Eby. The executive producer of Westwood One Radio Sports is Howard Deneroff. Be sure to join us later this week for Thursday Night Football when the Houston Texans host the Philadelphia Eagles. Sunday night, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs host the Tennessee Titans. That'll be a beauty. Finally, 1 week from tonight, another good one. Hall of Famer Tony Baselli and I will be in New Orleans for the Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. Pre-game coverage with NFL Network's Rich Eisen kicks off at 7:30 Eastern Time. You can catch all those games right here on many of these same stations. Also on the NFL app or streamed live for free on our website, WestwoodOneSports.com. Nick Chubb 100 yards rushing. Amari Cooper 131 yards receiving. And the Browns beat the Bengals 32-13. Now, for Hall of Famer Kurt Warner and Rich Eisen, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us, coast to coast and around the world. You've been listening to Monday Night Football on Westwood One Radio Sports.